Ep03, the No Tekkers Podcast. I'm your host, Braz. I got my co-host back this week, man like Chief.
Bonus that's.
And then I got my other co-host, Big Fazza in the building.
There.
And then, we got a special guest today.
Special guest.
I've been after this man for a minute. We got man like Disc in the building.
Yo.
Welcome. How you been, man?
The intro's too big for me, man. The intro's too big, man. Nothing
Listen,
special.
there's 90 episodes of practice. There's 90 episodes of practice. You get me? But you get it down pat, man, straight away. You get me? What you saying, man?
Yeah, man. All good, bro. Just chilling. Same old.
Good, man. I've been after you like a transfer target, bro. Like,
We
I feel like
every transfer window comes.
brother, it comes like the Sancho saga. You get
Oh, what happened this time? The fact that he actually went through.
You get me?
Every time I open up my message, Praz. Ready yet? You ready yet?
So
Nah, but you know what? At least you tell man like, yo.
Yeah, not yet. Yeah,
I'm not ready yet. Yeah. Certain man out here telling me yeah, and I can't hear from them.
Nah, when you're ducking people, it's the worst thing, man. You can't duck no one. What are you
Slow.
looking for?
It's too small.
Just come on, man.
Yeah.
That's for the culture.
Man must feel
Get
like
me?
it's the pressure's on.
Jar out season, isn't it?
No,
But it's not
man.
that.
not
It's
jar
never
out.
that. You get me? We've changed it up now, man. As well. We're less political.
We're
This season.
upgrading now, man.
I mean,
we got water,
culture,
man. We
Yeah.
got
New
water.
settings, ain't me?
100%.
Last couple of settings, man, was a bit different.
Yeah. Obviously,
Nice.
Faz and Chief are back now.
Yeah, man. We're back.
Hit me.
Got
How
my
you, man, been?
Messi back now too. You know what I mean?
All right, yeah, just
It's
sound
really good. You get me? You know what I mean?
there, man.
Obviously, last episode you lot missed. We had a kit plug on,
Mhm.
talked about World Cup and whatnot, so we
Yeah,
can
man.
skip that convo today.
Nah, it's alright. We'll mention Messi, man.
Nah, not
What was it?
Messi, but
Hold on, let me have a stink of the weekend.
It's impossible.
Kim
That's
K
how
went
Kim
to
K
Kim K
went
went to
again,
watch
you
man
know.
and the
Actually,
lot.
define stinker.
I heard the booed him off.
No, you can't be
That's
the
a
goal.
stinker then.
Bro,
You
that's
can't
what
be
I'm
the goal.
hearing.
Can't be
That's
the
what
goal.
I see.
Can't say nothing bad about Messi.
Kim
reminding
K
them
went
of
there
it.
and he's a
Oh, no, I ain't got nothing bad to say about him. I'm just saying I heard he
No,
had a
well, you
stink
can
and I
say
booed
any
him off.
little smidgen on Messi's name, Chiefs at your neck, you know.
My goat right there.
Riding for him hard, man.
Yeah, man.
Chief, how your season going, man?
Next question.
Hold on,
Nah, it's been up and down. It's
Well,
been
yeah,
up and
we're
down.
both. Let's play,
So,
playing and managing.
why?
That
Where
double
do we
FIFA
start?
thing going on.
Well, we can get into that later. It don't matter.
Yeah.
Faz, how's Sunday League settings coming along?
It's growing nicely, bro.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
see you got
please.
some nice sponsors over there.
Well, we're working on it.
That's good,
Working, man. We've got a couple more in the pipeline as well.
Obviously, you're the official cameraman for Fairfield Villa.
That's done now.
Oh, is it?
Yeah,
Right.
he was a 10-game contract, but I think he got to 5, and it just got to the. You know me, I don't want to be affiliated too much with one person. Everyone gets an even crack in it, and
Yeah.
it kind of does.
So you terminated the contract earlier?
Nah,
Yeah.
because GJ and them man are
Bigger
blessed.
fish
innit?
come
Like,
in.
Come on, man.
Hot property.
I just keep grafting in it, and whatever comes out from the fruits of my label comes
I hear
out
that,
from
I
the
hear
fruits
that,
of my label.
respect
Nah, Fairfield are decent, man. But I think it just kind of organically come to an end, and it's kind of parted ways.
Yeah,
All the
yeah,
best
yeah.
of them for the rest of their season, innit?
Oh, that's the cool, man. So what's on the cards? Are you looking another
think-
team to shout you? Or
Do you know what? I'll be honest. At the minute, Saturday, Sunday is a lot.
it's a lot, innit?
Come on, man. I think
Editing-wise
you
as
man
well.
know how much I put into it. Just
Yeah.
from traveling to filming, editing, all of that. Saturday, Sunday was a lot. You get me? And the missus was at my neck as well, bro. Man, happy wife, happy life, and all them things. That me. Family have to fit in somewhere. But nah, it's growing nicely, man. I think April, May, just Pierre Cup finals coming up, so that's the
Yeah.
next.
And
thing.
Silly
Vibes being one of
Yeah,
them.
man.
Couple for trooper in there, I know that.
Oh yeah, couple, man. Trust me, the calendar's getting full up, man. But it's good, man. Everything's just growing and building nicely, and
Yeah, fairs.
we got to beat the man himself couple weeks ago. You get me? Sat down and
Yeah, you man have put me on a too big a pedestal, man.
it's just good energies, though. innit?
Yeah.
It's good energies, man.
So let's get straight into your football affiliation now. You didn't make it pro.
Nah, I was never at that level. I went at that level.
5-a-side though.
Yeah, I got a bit 5 sides. Like 11 aside. Obviously, fucking hell.
No, but it's decent, right? Like,
Yeah.
your name was ringing bells.
Yeah,
So
At one
what
point-
age was this when your name was ringing bells?
20s. When I was 20, like talking like 17 years ago, bro.
Yeah, we can
Yeah,
still
it's-
live in the past.
it's
It's me
long.
do the
Yeah,
same
trust
kind
me,
of
I
thing.
still remember
We're
that
living
game.
after that, man.
Yeah, like obviously,
What was he playing? Centre back
Champ.
or...
No, centre forward, man.
Yeah, big
Why you just
striker.
assume it is a centre
Trust
back?
me, you all do,
You know what I
man.
mean?
Yeah, I'm just saying, isn't it?
No, I can tell you're affiliated with Conti, man. Because when I went to the, big white guy, centre half, no chance, mate.
What you say, this straight yap stamp. That's
As soon
it.
as I go training, yeah, centre half, man.
Listen, I'm not, man. I'm not.
You are, man. You-
I've been there, man. We all,
Well,
we all spent some time there.
like adult-wise, started playing like Champstown days.
Yeah.
Troy come through. He was playing centre mid, you know. Yeah, Troy's a centre mid man. He went a centre forward.
So
It was
it's more
me
like
and-
Ellis.
Now Ellis was a left back, you know.
Fair.
At Villa, Ellis played left back for Villa for like
With them tackles.
yeah.
Huh?
Like he played like FA Cup final, Youth Cup
Yeah.
final
Decent.
against Chelsea. I think.
Yeah.
Sure it was a final anyway. But yeah. So going back to that, used to play centre forward. We had kid called Junior Brown. I think he went on to play like Hales Owen.
Sick.
Troy then got scouted for Warsaw. And obviously, I'm playing Saturday, Sunday, as you do, just messing around. Gaffer at the time didn't tell me teams are watching, but it was only like I ain't gonna say only bowled me. Like I would have made money from football, but not like I would never play pro. Like my attitude was bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just went on it like
It's
that.
different back then, no, when there wasn't
Yeah,
as much guidance and there
There's
wasn't
not as much as what it is today.
Now,
Like you,
mad difference. If
you ain't
weren't on
got
it.
social media back then. You ain't.
Yeah.
You don't know what leagues what. You don't know who you're playing against. You just show up, play football with your mates, go home, and that's what it was.
Yeah.
And obviously Troy started going to Warsaw. Like I said, I was playing Saturdays and Sundays. Signed for another Sunday team because they was on my neck to play for them with Beckley. They wanted me and Beckley up front.
With Mikael Bex.
Yeah,
Coming on from Bex. What about Bex at Birmingham Elite? Bex was sick, man.
Bex is cold, man. But like it was that me and him, who were the best two players in the league. Beat him for scoring record. I think I got like 52 in the season.
Bonus
He
stats.
got like.
Sorry, I'm gonna help.
Alright, these are when they're relevant.
I mean, these ones are running.
Trust me, yeah, these ones are staying. I got like the league's top scorer. I can't remember. I want to say our team folded. I don't want to say I left them. You get me?
But whatever
So-
you say is gospel.
I want to say our Sunday team folded. So I went and played for Erdington. After 2 games, snapped my ACL.
Yeah, love it.
Didn't even know. But it took.
What do you mean you didn't know?
Didn't know I'd done it. Like,
What, like, as in like in the game or like after?
nah, I knew I'd done something, but I didn't know it was like
To that
ACL. I didn't,
extent.
So you tried to play on?
yeah, I tried to play
Right.
hard. Couldn't even walk. Like my leg was just floppy. Like it was mad. Then, from then I got in hospital that evening. You know when they do the test, the stability test.
Yeah.
Like it was still stable. Like it wasn't moving around, and so they didn't know what it was. My knee was about this big. Gone to see old Villa Physio, Reg Brassington. Like, man was a legend. Everyone
Even the
sending
name
me.
sounds old,
Man
you
was
know
taking
that?
like little fivers and that to be seen. I was like, yeah, take this. Went to my man. Then he's like, oh, you need to go GP and then you need to get MRI scan. Could be ACL. So done that. Years later, waiting on NHS. Finally get the diagnosis, have the op. Then I think, oh fuck yeah, I ain't playing again. Like, went through
How old was you when this happened?
21.
So it's like that even as a transition from a
Yeah,
man, and
it's-
like just life
It's long,
in general.
yeah.
So
So,
it happened at 21, but you didn't get seen until like 2 years later.
oh, I'm saying like, yeah, 23, 24. Like, I didn't have my op till. So these times I'm just like walking around, knee giving way, like
I
not
know
knowing
them
what it
ones,
is.
man, it's horrible.
Crazy.
Horrible. So do that. Didn't do none of my rehab or nothing because I just thought, oh, football I ain't playing again. Like this is long. Then get talked back into going. Didn't do a pre-season. Started just trying to play. Obviously, like 24, 25, you kind of naturally fit still in it. So I ain't this size now. You get me? So like still playing. Go back playing. Sorry. Do a little bit. Think I played like half a season. Done it again. Like snapped the reconstruction this time. So I'm like 25, 2 ACLs deep. But this time I've done. So the first operation I had was the patella graft. Then obviously that's done. So I had to have hamstring graft and a thing called a microfracture because my cartilage had gone. Like the drill like
This is
ran
like
it outside
mining.
your knee to drill like, I don't know, about 8 to 10 holes to try and encourage the cartilage growth.
Yeah. Because the knee don't, because there's no blood flowing through it naturally, and you
Yeah,
have to try
yeah.
to trigger it to do
There's
it,
there's no blood in the knee in it, like in the cartilage. So had that, but I'm 6 weeks non-weight bearing. So these times I'm like in my bed.
minimal. You can't.
Yeah, I
do
can't
nothing.
move. Like it's long. Like even going for a wash is long. Like these days.
Yeah.
So I don't want to say I was depressed, but
Had
you
a
know when you
fracture.
just like,
Yeah.
I wouldn't even say
Demoralised kind
depressed
of
because
thing.
depression weren't really about like 10, 12 years ago like that. So, but you don't realise I'm in bed, can't be asked to get out of bed. One of them.
Not motivated.
not
any-
Yeah,
at all.
no motivation. Like can't move. Got my legs in a brace, swollen. I remember it was coming up to my birthday as well. And Blues had Arsenal in the cup final
Mad.
at Wembley. So I went to that, and the date of Wembley was 6 weeks non-weight bearing was done. So like I was literally straight out whole day down London
Yeah,
on
walking.
crutches,
And the man won the cup as well.
like top of Wembley, going mad. Obviously we've gone thinking, and then from then I just thought, nah, fuck this. I'm never playing again. Like
It's a
I'm
massive gap,
I'm
though.
not on it. Yeah, I'm not on it. Like gap from like 21 to like 25, 26.
Crucial years,
Then
man.
yeah, it's like obviously you're working as well.
Yeah.
Like
Life and it takes over, innit?
I'm telling my boss like, oh, I'm off for 6 weeks. I'm up on my knee from football.
It's long.
Then like do it again, tell him again, and it's just long. And then from then football was playing, and that was dead to me. Then
Yeah.
weren't enjoying it. Obviously then, Troy's obviously pro now these times, so just go and watch Troy every week, and
Yeah.
that's how it stayed, just
So
like that.
from the transition now into where now you became an agent and being involved in football business, how did that come about?
So obviously I was always around Troy from when he's doing his deals.
Yeah.
None of his deals, I wouldn't say that nothing went through without my like say so, but
Yeah.
he'd always say like, yo, they've offered this,
Yeah,
what do you think?
What do you think? Yeah.
And I've always been like, nah, ask for this and change it up a little bit.
Yeah.
So he's done that, and he'd end up getting it. Whatever weight was, like obviously I weren't doing it, his agent's doing it.
Yeah.
Then he asked me if I wanted to work for him. But like these times, Troy's getting into trouble, you get me?
Yeah.
So I was thinking, oh, what's he going to work for him for what? Like,
Yeah.
if he'd want to take a rap for something Troy's done, something like that.
yeah,
You know them
yeah,
ones,
yeah.
like, you know what it's like,
Some boys,
innit?
innit?
So I'm thinking, like, I don't know about this. So gone back, spoke to my family. But I'd been at my job like 11 years. So I didn't really want to just...
You've put the hard
Got-
yards
yeah.
in, innit?
I'm in a comfortable job. You can't just leave that because... And these times I'm what, like 30, 33, something like that. So he just said to me like, oh, got a job for you. We'll have a chat in the week. I spoke to him. Spoke to Troy. I was like, yo, what's Simon on about like? And he's like, oh, fuck knows, I ain't spoke to him. So I didn't know whether it was one of them, Troy's had a word and he's looking after you.
Yeah.
'Cause I don't know, man. I didn't never see that as a career path, you get me? Like, obviously you hear people doing it and just like, I don't know about that.
Yeah.
But it's just,
Back then, well, at that time, I want to say back then, at that time, agents weren't.
yeah, I don't know
really-
about
Is it in its infancy? Like, it wasn't.
Yeah, it weren't really like popping like that. Even in your situation, like
I had head of tottles.
you know what I'm
Bro,
saying?
they're
Like,
about, man.
where
There's
now, bro, there's
everyone's
agent
an
on every
agent.
corner.
Yeah, everyone's an
Bro,
agent. Everyone, man.
if a man made a phone call for you, he's an agent.
You want peace?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Everyone's an agent
It's
now,
crazy.
man.
I
The
was going to say,
market's
correct me
saturated.
if I'm wrong, there's no particular qualification or anything.
No, you don't need
for it.
nothing.
No,
You just-
not
you just-
With
anymore.
mine, I just...
So technically, you're not, I say, you can, as an agent, you're a representative of.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay,
They call
so
them
no
what
more.
intermediaries now. They change
Yeah,
their
yeah.
name
All
when
you do is like, you literally, anyone can do. You go online.
they register.
I think it's like 5 bills.
Yeah.
Pay the 5 bills, fill out the form. It comes back within a couple of days with your intermediary
Number
number.
and-
Yeah,
yeah.
it's
So
done
no
like
more.
that.
Done.
Obviously, I'm working for a company, so I didn't really need none of that
Yeah.
as such. So yeah, going back to it, he's asked me to do it. I remember it was Blues are playing Fulham last game of the season. We'd just gone there to watch a game. I think, don't know why I was at that game, to be fair. Troy weren't at Blues then, but I don't know why I was there. Done that, seen what the pay was looking like, Started all right, goes into it, and the rest is history, isn't it?
Yeah.
One of them.
How many years now? How many years deep now is it?
4, you know. Well, yeah, just over 4, I think.
4 years.
Yeah.
But we've had like 2 of them in COVID, so it's obviously you can't go out and watch players, you can't approach players. There's no games on. Like,
Yeah, it was rough,
So
man.
Pierre trying to scout through football
Yeah,
manager
it's-
kind of thing.
It was rough, bro.
basically just sitting there like playing Football Manager, innit?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Playing
rough, man.
Call of Duty.
It was rough.
That's me.
So, in your opinion, what would you say? Like, obviously the positives of being a football agent is the lifestyle that it portrays or it can come with, right?
Yeah,
I'm assuming.
that's what it portrays, though,
Yeah.
innit? Because it's like there's that footballer iceberg in it. Have you seen it on
Yeah,
social media?
yeah,
like
yeah,
you've got
yeah.
all the hard work, and then underneath, it's the same for an agent.
Yeah.
Like nobody cares about your phone ringing at 12 o'clock because they've done something stupid, or
Yeah.
players having problems with his missus. You're trying to sort out. Like you're basically like it's a
no
glorified
job
babysitter.
Babysitter, basically.
Like you're basically babysitting, man. Like
it's
the one
funny,
at a restaurant at a table, on a table at a restaurant.
Yeah.
I'm gonna book that. Like there's loads of parts of the job here that you don't sign up for.
Yeah.
You get me? Like
Yeah.
My agent didn't know that.
nah, but
Football's
football's changed. You get me? Football's changed now.
And using you as concierge.
Yeah, you-
like even down
everything.
to paying for
Got
man's,
boots right now.
looking for man's car
Everything.
insurance, all sorts, bro.
Boots, bro. Boots are the worst, man. Like footballers asking for boots, bro. You get paid. Go and buy some.
Yeah.
But the game's a game, innit? Like
Yeah,
that's how you
yeah.
keep your players. That's how
Yeah.
you.
And especially if they've been
So
dealt
what
with like that
happens?
From
from
they came
young,
into
innit?
the thing.
So they've always been
Families
in a
is what
bubble.
families
innit?
is the worst thing about it.
Mm.
Like the expectation of a player's dad. Like sometimes they're living their career through their kids, so
Massive.
they want a contract. You get me? Like they want to do the deals. They want to come in on deals. They want to do this. Like
Yeah.
it's hard work, man.
Because half the time the parents are trying to make the decisions for the youth.
Yeah. Like a lot of them, like, don't get me wrong, you got, say you speaking to like a 16, 17-year-old, naturally you want to speak to the parents because you don't want to speak to them, they're not an adult.
Yeah,
So
still
you
minors,
have to
innit?
speak to the parents and,
Yeah.
you know, do your background checks with them, let them see who you are. Like, you just go through that little,
Yeah.
And I mean, there's
area,
enough
but-
politics where the mum and the dad don't even
Brother.
talk up until
until
they
they
ain't
become,
spoke for months. But as
There's
soon as
loads
they
of
come out
players
like
like that.
the little
Exactly.
football and the cards, it's like, yeah, man.
Yeah.
That's
there's
like-
players that make it that never, don't even know their dads.
Yeah,
And then when they're on TV, that's my son.
yeah, pop out the
They
woodwork.
go and
What was
get some change from him.
one of my boys in America? He was good friends with what's Donny that was at Bournemouth and then went to Newcastle.
Ryan Fraser.
Phrase.
Nah,
The
the left back.
what's his name? Matt,
The blonde.
Richie.
Not
Richie.
Yeah,
Matt
yeah.
Ritchie.
Matt Ritchie, yeah.
So he said that his sister's wedding was like on a day that he had to. I think he was playing Liverpool or something, and like it was a big game for him basically. Something along the lines. Mine was like, I ain't coming to the wedding. I'm playing Liverpool. Family don't chat to him no more. Allegedly.
But it's work.
That's what I'm saying.
But you see when you know what's mad as well. Like you can have footballers will call it work, innit?
Yeah.
But like to the outsider, they're like, "Do you mean that ain't fucking
That
work?
ain't work.
What's it work?"
Yeah.
But it's a
What do you
double-edged
think it
sword,
is?
then, isn't it? Because at the same time, it's like they want to slander you as a footballer that you can't do nothing wrong. But then on the other side, when you do it, because you're supposed to be professional 24/7, but when you are professional 24/7, it's like, but don't you have a day off?
Yeah.
You can't win as a
Can't
footballer.
win, innit?
Trust me, you
Man, it's
can't
hard,
win.
man.
It's the only profession you go into where you
People
get
say
abused.
it's a good lifestyle, yeah, but people's expectations change of you.
Yeah. And the sacrifices that I don't think people understand the sacrifice that
Definitely
No,
don't.
of course
you
I don't.
make, innit?
Of
I
course
was
I
having
don't.
the same argument with someone the other day, literally like saying that basically like footballers don't do nothing. You just I think we had a gym session over there, and then afterwards we went to like the jacuzzi and that, like in the gym, obviously. And then you just don't do nothing. It's
Recovery, looking after
you
your
know what
body.
I'm saying? So what? Because I can go to a jacuzzi, that means I don't do nothing.
Bro, is
Again, because if you get injured, he's not looking after you. Not
Exactly,
yourself
so
enough, and it's
I'm not allowed to go to the pool because I'm a footballer.
Yeah.
bro.
It's the same argument when you get like nurses and that. Oh, they're only on 30k. Footballers on 30k a week. It's different sectors.
Yeah, you can't compare industries.
It's
bro.
private.
It's private.
Like blame the government for that. That's not
Yeah.
footballers' fault. You don't get paid that.
Yeah,
It's true.
One's the entertainment
Yeah,
sector.
it's-
Like
it's-
different.
it's
Paid for
different,
different
bro.
things.
it's the same with in the same sector as when the whole women should be paid more. How are you going to pay them more if there's less fans?
Yeah.
like much less fans. So who's paying for this?
Exactly.
You can't be mad.
The demographic can be different if, like you said, you go to America where the women's team's bigger than the men's, and you can have the argument there, and relatively you can
move
have
to
it in
America
certain
then.
places, and it.
Exactly.
But at the same time, is a woman still as good as a man?
Well, that's obviously the reason of why there's not enough fans, isn't it?
Exactly.
It's not as
Because it's
entertaining.
tutus.
In my
But
eyes,
how-
they
why
shouldn't get paid.
And why is
The
it?
level of
It's,
football is tutus.
it's still what is it? 100? What they said? They're
On
100
media.
years behind.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, chill out.
I'm
You're moving mad over there still.
But they are
No.
the
That's
comments and
my
beliefs
views.
of Chief.
That's my
Yeah, they are
views.
not representative of No Tekkers Podcast.
Don't get me wrong. There's obviously individuals within the sport that's
Yeah.
better than the rest of them, but as a collective, it's
Yeah.
not at the same level that obviously men's football is.
Let's just say it's growing and going in the right
It's
direction.
definitely growing.
They're doing it a lot quicker, and I think a lot more organically in the short relative space of time
Yeah.
they've had.
But again, they don't
I
have
think
the
there's
same
incentives.
kind of funding and backing as the men's.
Yeah,
do,
man,
right?
100%
So
they don't.
Yeah.
it's obviously not going to be as advanced.
Come on, they won the what? What did they win? Was it the Euros? And then even all the money off the back of that still hasn't been implemented. Come on, there's how many girls that still can't play football in school?
But you know what? I think, for instance, in America, there's an incentive for people to put their girls into football because
They're
that's
trying to
what
bring
you
it
get
in over here as
scholarship.
well, isn't it?
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Over here, there's no incentive, but you're getting blazed and people calling you all kind of names if you're a girl that wants to play football. You get what I'm saying?
Tumblr
Like,
and all that. Right?
you get what I'm saying?
If America ever take football seriously, it's finished for everyone. You
Bro,
know? Everyone,
But they've got
everyone's
the whole
finished.
thing packaged.
bro,
and
their
yeah.
facilities, the money,
From when they start
everything.
taking it through like school.
Because they was look at the when they're talking
Done.
about this, and when they're trying to bring little bits over here, like even you got no halftime entertainment, you've got no pre-match, you haven't got no like what do they
You
call
see
it?
now, man, are performing for Champions League final.
Yeah.
I think it was
What's that thing
Burna Boy.
before the American football games? What they have in America is you got back-to-back cars just barbecuing and that.
Yeah, the
can't remember
tailgate.
Tailgating.
Yeah,
Like,
tailgating.
they make a whole event of the day, and it's how much money that's generating.
But as I said, over there's an incentive for you to have, like, put your daughter in football. Where here,
Yeah,
it's
nothing.
not really. What do you put your girl in? Like, what do you put your daughter in?
I think my
Well,
daughter's
just about
school's
got
only
an
just
outlet for
started
netball,
doing
innit?
like football for girls. To be fair,
There you go.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? So, yeah, I think England's got a long way to go in that sense. It is what it is, isn't it? Kind of thing. But yeah, what I was gonna say with the agent thing, I was watching there was a documentary about agents, yeah, but it was more like American NFL, them man there. And what you mentioned about being a babysitter, that's exactly how he described it.
You
He was
are
like,
babysitting, man.
I've left my wife and my family at 3:00 in the morning to get on a first flight to a next state to go and save a man in his hotel room because he's got in trouble. I've done this, I've done that. And I'm just like, wow,
Them stories are wild.
Happens, man.
that is
Happens,
wild.
bro. Obviously, there's certain things I can't talk about,
Yeah,
but some
yeah,
of
of
it's
course.
mad. Some of the things are mad, bro. And like, nobody cares about. Say you go and watch a game, like Newcastle away, 4-hour drive, watch a game for
2 hours.
2 hours, and then it's 4-hour drive home. Nobody cares about your 10-hour day.
Yeah.
Who gives a shit about that?
Yeah.
Nobody
Yeah,
cares. If you're
Newcastle's a
tired
long-
driving
a long
home
journey, you know.
and you're eating on road,
Yeah.
like you're just having Burger King's here, KFC's there, like trying to eat. Who cares about that?
It's long
All they
stuff.
care about, oh, you with footballers, like you must
We
be
call it
doing
the
all
swan
right.
effect, and only people only see the swan elegantly cruising. They don't see the legs
Nobody
doing
cares.
100 miles
Yeah.
per hour and it keep
And like the
going.
say for instance, a player tells you that, oh, I want to leave my agent. All right, cool. Let's have a conversation. Like, when's your contract on? 6 months time. So you're grafting for 6 months to get that player signed for you.
And he's not guaranteed.
It's not guaranteed because you know what? He's probably chatting to 2 or 3 agents because
Yeah.
they're all giving him things, and he's thinking, yeah, I'm the man now. Like, I'm getting a boot to your boots there. My man's taking me for food. He's taking me for food.
Yeah.
Comes to the end, yo, contract's done. You want to sign? I don't know yet. Just thinking, just weighing up my options. What do you mean? You told me you wanted to sign. You agency agreement's done.
Yeah.
So you're putting in 6 months' work.
Mm.
Like, might not seem a lot to some people, but 6 months of work trying to do that, and then
It's a
to
lot
be
of time.
gone, and then
Waste
the
of
player's
time,
gone
bro.
and signed a 2-year agreement with someone else.
Wait.
Do you
That's
get, can
that's
you
at
get
least-
fingered all this like what's it called, exclusivity? Can I never say the word exclusivity? Is that a word? When like, you
there's-
get like
Nah, there's none of that
There's
because they're
none,
already
no
under contract.
pre-agreement. It's just
They're
all
under
kind of
contract
done.
with someone, ain't they?
Yeah.
So you can't really do it.
Okay, yeah.
So like, I'll give you an example as well. Like, obviously, I was doing the agent stuff before, and because it was so cutthroat, this is one
Horrible,
scenario.
horrible industry, bro.
Yeah, I said
Horrible.
nah. It just kind of put me off football business in general.
Yeah, it puts you off football in general.
Yeah.
Like
So,
you half lose your love for football.
like man will be in your face, like, yeah, man, gonna do this, boom, bam, bam, and then next thing you know, somebody else comes in and says, I don't really care about we'll get deals done. Here's some bread.
Yeah.
Sign with us and we'll do a deal.
Yeah.
Yo,
Just like that.
fam, you know where man's from? I gotta take this bread, you know. Why, bro? But
So don't look at the longevity and the relationship. You
Bigger
can build off the
agencies
back,
just
innit?
undercut you like that. Like they don't care,
bro, it's wild.
and they just tie you up in knots with the paperwork.
yeah, bro.
The whole thing's mad. I
Yeah.
swear, it's like legal road work.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
It's mad.
Because the age, like I said, the agents could even go down to like Saturdays, and it like we'll say low
Non-league.
Saturday, like non-league.
See, that's
innit?
the next topic.
That's where they're
obviously.
dipping down to.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
Like
You'll
'Cause
get
that's
man-
the bit I can't wrap my head around.
you get like there's basically two, three big agencies in like England, and they're now going to like League One, League Two games because that's how saturated the market is. These companies are looking after like world class players, but they've got people in their company that go in like obviously it's a job, and it like is what it is. It's a game.
Lower leagues.
They're looking at like League One, League Two players.
Yeah.
So then you get other agencies like, where's your talent pool to look from? Because everybody's coming in, undercutting the market, taking all the players. Like, what do you do?
Yeah.
And then they're coming in young as well. Like, I don't know how they're doing it, but there's 13-year-old kids that are like, they're signed to agencies, man. What I don't know how they're doing it.
Yeah.
But I suppose
It's not
if
legal.
If the
And
profile,
whatever they're doing,
It's
I don't know
child
how
labour,
they're doing
innit,
it.
really?
I was
But
gonna
they're
say,
there,
yeah,
man.
like, it's
What
like
is the
it's,
legal
it's
It's
age?
child labour.
exploitation.
16,
of
yeah,
it.
16.
Yeah.
You can't sign with an agent until
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
16.
But
Your
if they're
16th
building up a
birthday or something
profile,
like that.
a lot of it now, sorry to cut you, bros, if they're building up a profile like on, if you got like a massive social media following, all of that, that generates money, generates views, generates attention in it. So the agents they're not gonna, even if the shoot has got no chance of making it to the professional game, but he's great at skills, great at all his little videos and that, there's still a market
they'll
for
make
that, I'm
money.
assuming, innit?
Yeah, I would assume so.
Well, how much time and effort do you put in? Say it's me, and I'm putting all my efforts into this 13-year-old boy, making it as a pro. You're talking 6 or 7 years before he touches first team.
Yeah.
That's
And
a
innit?
big risk and a lot
It's
of
even
outlay
bigger
with your
if
money.
to expect. So, like, say for instance, a Jude
Mm.
to touch first team at 16. That's another 1,000,000 odds
mad.
to
Yeah,
you
it's
find
mad.
someone like that.
It's what it's one
Plus,
in a.
if you do, it's like I remember when I spoke to our agent before, and he was like, you know what? Unless your best mate is like
Footballer.
Wayne Rooney levels, that's the only way
You guaranteed, like,
you guaranteed. Because guess what? If the player doesn't have no loyalty to you, then you just whoever's coming in with George Mendes is coming and say, you know, I'll give you $1 million. You turn down $1 million.
and especially if they say
It's
what
true.
it's no,
It's
but
true.
you got
You're
more
not-
chance of being struck by lightning than you have to be an English professional footballer in the Prem. That's
It's tough,
mad.
bro. Like, you even go to like some of these U16, U18, 23 games, bro. There's about
Full
20
of
scouts,
agents.
bro.
Yeah, full of agents as well, man. Full of them. I've been to games where it's just like, you get there like, oh, you're a scatter agent. Yeah, boom, you're on that side.
Yeah,
And they're all there. There's about 100 of them.
yeah.
You just sit there and they're trying to talk to you, but it's just a snaky world, man.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not interested in chatting with no agent.
So how
For
many
what?
players do you have under you now?
For the company, we've got, let's say, 16, 17 players.
And how much of them do you deal with directly?
3 directly, 3, 4. Like, obviously, and then you got the ones that you're working on as well, innit?
Yeah.
So it's
Are they all
one of
in
them.
like the pro game? So like,
yeah,
talking
pro, yeah, nothing.
championship, prem.
One currently don't have a club, but he's been on like trials at 8 or 9 teams.
What
Everyone's England based as well.
Right wing back,
You ain't got no
left
strikers.
wing
man.
back. Where for?
Yeah.
Where for?
We'll
Vibes.
look after man.
Vibes, you know.
What player, what professionally or
Yeah, we'll talk up then.
Are they all in England or abroad as well?
No, we've got some in France.
Okay.
Yeah, some in France.
So what's your opinion on like players? So players that have been released from like English academies and going abroad. Do you encourage that, or would you say
Do you?
nah?
But listen, it's dog eat dog world.
Yeah.
If you go to a club if you go on trial at a club, you're not the only person going in there.
Yeah.
You get in like 10 or 15 kids that are going on trial there.
Yeah.
So for you to get that contract and a contract that you want without being undercut, like, the possibilities are slim that you're going to get a deal.
I've always advised players, especially ones that get released, and you know, I see these young kids, they don't know any better in it, but it's just they're mentally defeated. It's like, oh,
Yeah, of course.
I got released. I've been there since I was 8 or whatever, right? You know, spent most of my life so far there. Been released. What now? Football, my life's over. And it's like, bro.
Because these kids, like, they lose a game, they're like distraught.
Yeah, kids
So-
these days are built different.
That's what I mean. So to
Different.
get released, that's like the end of the world. Like, there's no coming back from that.
But again, I've seen success stories where it's like, I've been released. Yo, I reckon you should try abroad, you know, because you know how to play football. Again, football is a game of opinion. So just because one person has said,
100%.
yo, nah, not really feeling it, you know, that doesn't mean
It only
everybody
takes
else
one
is gonna
person.
think, all it takes is someone to gamble on you. You know what I'm saying?
I'd say first and foremost, like, the clubs need to do more. They got a duty of care towards that child, that child, young man, whatever he is, that's getting released. Like, you need to help this guy get into the real world, and they don't do that.
I think they've kind of ticked that box with you get your coaching badges,
Yeah, but
so you
it's
can
not,
have a career.
it's an easy way out, and
Yeah,
it's an easy way out
exactly.
of right. That's not a
Yeah.
problem. See you later. Like, but going back to that, depends what level the player's at and what offers you've got. If you've got a club in England or, well, yeah, mainly England. I won't even say Scotland. What's the point going over to, like? Depends. You ain't gonna go Greece. Like, what's the point going to, or like Sweden? Like, they're kind of last resort, and like, I'm not saying last resort in a disrespectful way, but
Level of football.
Just the level
you've
of
got to go
football
out.
to get noticed.
Yeah,
You want to be noticed.
do the hard work, start playing, and then hopefully you come back to England. And that's the route everyone wants, really,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Yeah,
So
exactly.
when
Just
we say
where
coming
we
back to
fresh
England,
jacket.
obviously England, just for people, England is where the money's at. The Premier
Yeah, of
League
course,
is
yeah.
the wealthiest league.
But even you go play
Or
League
Saudi.
One. League One salary is going to be better.
Saudi.
or you could go Saudi. Yeah.
League One salary is going to be better than, like, I don't know, Sweden Division One. Do you know what I mean? So
Yeah. We looked at
And you're home?
who was we looking at? We was looking at the MLS, innit? I think it was me, you, and Stodge before. And who the highest paid player in the MLS is.
Is it capped?
Doesn't mean.
I think there are salary caps in the
Salary
US.
caps.
Yeah. Well, obviously
Tried to bring it
that's
in
all
over,
dependent on who you are. So like Bradley Wright Phillips was the highest paid there at one point. I think he was on like 6 point something million a year. If you do the math, that's like
Good though, man.
it's good though. It's like 100 and
Yeah,
something,
something 100 and something a week.
bags a week. But I think the highest paid at the minute
And
is
that's mad for Bradley Wright Phillips. Because no disrespect to him, he weren't doing nothing in England.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
what can you say that Bradley Wright Phillips has done in England?
So he was like one of the pioneers for moving over there.
But there's a career wherever you go, whether it's England or not. Like, you can still go and lay your head somewhere, call it home,
100%.
and make a career for yourself, innit?
With Bradley, if he's not related to Ian Wright or have no affiliation, does he still get that move with that kind of money?
Do you think
I think
New York Red Bulls knew about Ian Wright like that though?
yeah,
100%.
what he done
You
at New
reckon?
York Red Bull.
Yeah, over here, what I'm saying, I can go to
course.
America and people be like, unless you're an Arsenal fan, you wouldn't know who Ian Wright was.
Yeah,
He's not a what has he done in America?
No, but if you're in football, you'll know. Obviously, the random.
No,
American,
I think we say that.
obviously,
Chief,
like,
They'll do the
You go America, trust me, bro.
They'll do the research.
Yeah.
100% they'll do
England
the
is-
research.
I don't think Ian Wright.
I think
It's like saying now. Sorry, Faz. If someone was to say like Wayne Rooney, for instance, Wayne Rooney's a global superstar.
Yeah.
David Beckham.
yeah, I get that.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, cool.
Ian Wright weren't at levels.
But
Ian
what
Wright,
age-
in our culture, Ian Wright is that.
What age did Bradley Wright Phillips go out there? He's when MLS weren't popping, innit?
That's what I'm saying.
So what he's done, he's gone, he's built a platform, scored X amount of goals,
Yeah.
and been able to negotiate a contract that's unbelievable for him.
Because he went on that piece straight away.
Because
Yeah, I get that.
he would never get a move from there here on that money. No chance.
Yeah.
Because the only team's paying that is
carved
Prem.
his own way out
And-
over there, innit?
No disrespect, MLS ain't Premier League.
Yeah.
You ain't doing them numbers in the Prem. No
Yeah.
chance you'd be lucky to get 2 minutes off the bench if you're Bradley Wright Phillips in the Prem.
Facts.
Because the reason why I ask is because a lot of football now is just who you know, rather
100%.
than your ability.
100%.
So, ability wise, is he a 150 grand a week player?
Nah.
No.
So
But he's just manoeuvred his way to get that contract, innit?
But I'm saying if he doesn't have Ian Wright in his corner, does he still have that same career path?
I suppose there's two elements to that. Is it Ian Wright as in a sense of he's Ian Wright's son, or has he got his dad in his corner while he's negotiating? Because I think the
Both.
latter's probably the better one.
I think it's
Because
both,
if you've
though,
got
innit?
Even still, you're not going to pay someone $100,000 a week just because their dad's Ian Wright, though.
This is what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying. So
There's no
he's
way.
obviously had to do bits while he's over there.
Yeah.
But
He's probably opened the door for him, and when he's opened the door, Bradley Wright Phillips just kicked it through, innit?
Yeah.
Get me?
I don't
So,
think
like-
Ian Wright would open that door like a David Beckham or Wayne Rooney, I'd say.
Here's a better argument. Mitchell Bergkamp, Dennis Bergkamp's son,
Yeah.
horrendous.
say that again.
He's horrendous.
No, who?
Mitchell Bergkamp, Dennis Bergkamp's son.
Oh, I thought you said Michu. I was like,
Nah.
he's Bergkamp's son.
Mitchell Bergkamp, he was at Ajax. I remember watching him for Watford.
Yeah.
Awful, bro.
But
He's
he
a
was
bigger star
He was in
than-
football. Like it was.
Yeah, not now though, because
yeah.
it's faded out. Like
He got in the game.
Yeah.
even
yeah,
though
because
it
he's
was
been at
Tuchel's.
he's been at
But look at
Ajax,
was it
come
even
through,
Jordy
done
Cruyff.
whatever.
But
Jordy
if Beckham
Cruyff.
was his dad, would he even got a trial?
probably not.
Yeah,
but
but Jordy Cruyff
you
would
can
not
say
come to
that
Man
about a
United,
lot of
would
men,
he?
now, innit?
That's what I'm saying.
Jordy-
There's
Jordy
so many
Cruyff.
people that just comes through
Never been a
football
Man U
just
player.
because their dad knows somebody or
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's-
But I'm saying, in that case,
that's
Dennis
the-
Bergkamp is a big figure in Dutch football.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah. But I'm
he's-
saying Ian Wright isn't a
So
big
you're
figure
telling
in
me
American culture
Bergkamp's son
football.
couldn't have got in anywhere else except a Dutch club.
No, but that's where he's
This
going to
what
pull
I'm
the
saying?
strings. You get what I'm saying?
This is what I'm saying.
He's going to go home
Yeah,
and be like,
he's
yo.
gone on trial at Arsenal. He's no good, and because obviously the train next door to Watford, he's gone into Watford. Done that. Obviously, didn't. I think that to be fair, I think they half gave him a contract, and then didn't make the grade. Don't know where he's now. I don't know if he's playing football.
That's mad. Yeah, there's nothing that I've got to look in after, innit?
But that's what I'm saying. Though it's
I've
like
seen a lot of them.
Ian Wright's not going to open the door and say Bradley Phillips says $100,000. Like,
Yeah, exactly.
because
Yeah,
Bergkamp would have done the same at Ajax because he's like technical director at Ajax or something like
you
that.
can't-
innit? So he
yeah.
could just say, "Oh
You
yeah,
can't pull the
I'm
string of
going to pay my
100
son."
No, I get that.
Paolo Maldini's son's at AC Milan now, innit?
Yeah.
And
Apparently it's half decent though.
Van Persie's son as well. He's somewhere as well. Isn't he? Meant to be alright. Yeah. So it's one of them. Remains to be seen.
It's
Innit?
like that at all levels, and it's not what you're not to, you know.
Yeah.
Obviously, Ronaldo's son has been tearing up his youth football wherever he goes. So, and he's Ronaldo's son, innit? He's gonna tell him no.
Shit, man. Happens in Sunday League up and down the country, man.
Trust
Look
me,
at
I see it,
Chief's
man.
son. Spuggy, man, gets a game every week.
I think my son is like 5 years older than me.
Bro, his son, man, he's got to be. He plays every week.
Yeah, he's Spuggy's doing bits, man. He just wants to be a.
Just on vibes, man. That's all.
a striker, CDM.
He wants to be everything, man.
Yeah, he wants to be everything. Man.
11 players in one. Not talking about his size. Spuggy.
Yeah, exactly. We had a discussion in the group the other day about who's the. Well, I put it. We weren't much of a discussion. People just kind of named who the thought. So the question was, who right now is the most technically gifted player in the Premier League? I think you said.
Saying that though, did
You
you see
said Foden,
the Zinchenko thing the other day?
Yeah, Zinchenko's cold, man.
He has to get a mention for that still.
Yep.
Because
I
his
don't-
touch is
Stupendous. Technically, yeah, that's
I'm not
a
having
hard
Arsenal,
one.
but he's still
It's
technically gifted.
Sat you. Would you
So
say someone mentioned Odegaard at the minute? Obviously, you
Odegaard's
mentioned
been good
Foden.
for a minute, though.
Yeah, from when he was at Real and Sociedad.
Yeah, Sociedad.
Done
I
well.
remember
Someone
watching him in a friendly against
mentioned
Watford, and he was
decent, innit?
sick.
Odegaard.
Sick, bro.
I remember from Football Manager from
Yeah.
when
Yeah,
was
from when he was
13 and
young,
that.
yeah. But like that's the first time that I watched him live
Yeah.
because he was on loan at he was at Real Madrid and he was going out on loan everywhere.
Yeah, he's at
and he was at
Players in the
Sociedad.
flesh is a whole different thing, and
You-
compared
yeah,
to the TV or even
Different,
trying to
man.
watch it.
Different. But nobody knew who he was though, because his name had that ring was buzzed and then it went down, didn't it?
Yeah.
It's like he's at Sociedad. Nobody really realised. Watched him play and he was a joke.
Yeah.
He just ran the game.
But it makes you think, innit? Like Real Madrid have always took the best talents from around the
See,
world.
from early, man.
From
They've got the
always.
best scouting system.
Yeah, and just kind of kept them as gems. And you think, why are these men not leaving? Why don't they sell them? They're not playing. And you get me, but you don't realize how good their first team has been for the past decade, and it's hard to break into that team. You know, Modric and Casemiro and Kroos and them have been.
Modric is 37 still doing.
Bro,
And look who they've got there now.
you get me,
potentially.
Benzema, Bale, Ronaldo. Before that, it was who? Like these man was.
Imagine next season though if they have that midfield
I
like
think
Bellingham,
Bellingham,
Tuchemani and Camavinga.
Ridiculous.
That's set for another
It's
decade.
horrible.
Yeah.
It's
Islam?
horrible, man.
Then you got
It's
Vinicius on the one side. How old is he? 21, 22?
Rodrigo,
He's like-
Hendrick.
Huh?
It's cheating, bro. It's cheating.
Yeah, man.
That's
You don't
like-
you don't rate Vinny?
It's not that I don't rate him. I just don't think he's.
What was his
I
shot?
get it.
Who did he say was
I
better
get
than
it.
Like
Vinny?
Yeah.
No, I think he's elite, but his pace
That's what I'm saying.
makes up for a lot.
Exactly. So then that's not elite to me. If you have to rely on your physical attributes, you can't be elite.
How old is he?
20,
21,
early 20s.
something like that.
He's young, man.
Young, isn't
But
he?
then I think the question, like I said, is a lot of these players that are doing it at a young age, but like, can it be sustainable? And can you do it over a course of time where you can be loaded and
That's what
goal
I'm saying.
killers?
When he loses his pace, is he still going to be a good player?
Depends if his football brain grows.
Well, look at Theo Walcott.
There you go.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
Oh, bro.
Fraud
Smash
watch, man.
against United
Fraud
the other
watch,
day.
man. He's horrible.
He's in his, what, 30 odd now, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's mad that is, you know.
He's a year older than me, so 34.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
crazy days, you know.
Well, again, my thing with Vinny, he's a good player. Don't get me wrong. I think the Brazilian bar set so high that I don't think he'll ever outdo Neymar.
Of course not.
You know what I mean? Like, he'll never be that guy.
And especially
Yeah.
because they're in the same generation as well.
Yeah. Well, he'll obviously Neymar soon done in it basically.
Ross.
Yeah, basically.
Finishing his
What you
career
mean,
like
man?
that.
He's seen done, bro. He's
Fucking hell.
cared for him done, bro. I'm over Danny, bro.
You're the new chief, man.
Yeah, man.
Cutting careers,
Yeah, man. World Cup, that was his time, was his moment. You get me?
Man,
That
was
was
fair
That
to
was Messi's
just that.
moment.
Nah,
man.
he'll still do
Messi's
more though,
time.
man.
Yeah,
Neymar will come again.
Yeah, I think he's got it.
Because he don't need Neymar's not a player that needs pace, like tricks, like
He's
he's
definitely the
ridiculous.
most disrespectful player ever to play
Yeah,
the game.
I agree.
he could play till what, 35, 36.
Yeah, but
It's just,
it
he's still
just
going to be
depends where he
sharp.
goes, though, innit?
It depends if you're motivated to do that, because them are on stupid P.
He's done for the
So
season
you
now.
wouldn't take him at United then?
Yeah, 100%.
He's only going where there's
look who we got at
parties, though.
United.
Huh?
He's only going where there's a party.
Job?
Yeah, 100. Where
Rashford,
there's a
yeah.
beach in it, or some
That's
Copacabana.
Rashford now, I just need to see him do it.
The only way he's signing for United is he gets a
Repeatedly.
table at China White every week in his
It's all
club.
right, man. His agent pattern there.
Yeah, exactly.
Make the phone calls.
Trust me.
It's mad.
His agent, his dad, isn't it? His dad,
Yeah,
his
Neymar's
agent.
dad.
Well, yeah, that's got the empire in it. Seen his documentary?
Documentary, yeah.
Yeah, it was a hard watch that was,
They
man.
just don't look like they get on now, man. Mad.
Yeah.
Bit
I need to watch
falling out of
they got a new, the Athletic Tifo. They got a new piece on Neymar, so I need to watch it. Called the Neymar 4, but I'm assuming it's his 4 transfer moves that he's had.
Yeah.
How it's increased and how he's been able to sustain so much money in each deal.
His
So,
money's
I think
ridiculous.
he's on like 700 bags a week now.
Yeah, that's
Tax
crazy.
evasion, man.
It's ridiculous.
Bare tax evasion.
So yeah,
Big P.
sorry, going back to the question,
Oh, the most technically
technical
gifted,
player right now in the
Put me on
Premier
the spot, man.
is obviously you said
Well, I mentioned Foden, but
Foden.
I think obviously
you're changing it.
I just mentioned because I think he's underrated in that aspect.
You think so? Foden?
100%.
I agree with that. Silky, man.
But I think
I think he's highly rated though. Well,
Nah.
that's me though, innit? But yeah, I don't think. So what do you think people think?
I think the buzz is
Probably-
there, but he ain't. I think he's mad with him because I don't think he's lived up to the expectation people are putting on him yet.
Yeah.
But he's still only, what, 22, something like that?
22.
Young, man.
Yeah.
But then
Still
has that been stunted? Sorry to cut you, by the fat Haalands and the team slapping 30 odd goals.
Yeah, but
Does
he
that
don't
make
play. He
sense?
don't play striker though, innit?
Now, but in a sense, because he hasn't necessarily been playing because of accommodating, they've taken him out of the team more or less for Haaland. Then, if you think about it,
Well, I think he's
Don't
given.
know.
He's
Mahrez
putting,
coming in and done a madness.
yeah,
for
and
a
he's Jack
couple
Grealish.
weeks.
He's put in
Yeah,
there
yeah.
as well. He's just
That's the
kind of
thing, like-
starting in it regular now.
City seem to do that, don't they? They give someone like 6-7 starts, take him out, 6-7 starts, take him out, 6-7 starts.
And you have to kind of
Especially that.
seal your place in it, really.
yeah, true.
Like Bernardo Silva, sure, I thought he was going in January.
De Bruyne's on the
and then
bench.
they got rid of
You see what
Cancelo.
he said about
They
him as well?
just do what they want. City do. They don't care.
He said, yo, you need to go back to doing basics, big man.
Who says that?
That's what Pep said about De Bruyne. Remember, he's been on the bench, hasn't it? And obviously, against, who did a slap 7-0?
That Leipzig, innit?
Leipzig, yeah,
Leipzig,
come
yeah.
on. Done a mad thing?
Yeah, when he's put the top bins last
Yeah.
goal, innit? Yeah,
But that's cheeky, bro. Only Pep could do that, though. Well, Mourinho, to be fair.
Well, he's done it with. He's been around
Ten
that
Hag
many
would do that
world class
too,
players, and it's hard not to come on. He's managed everybody, innit?
Ten Hag, I have faith in Ten Hag 100%. I'm his number one fan. But watching the Fulham game, Maguire is, bro.
but that's like the first game he's played, though, innit? So
Bro.
Hey, I haven't seen you, man, since we beat you 7, innit? I know we ain't the best at the minute, but
Listen to this guy.
Let him have his cheap shot. Let him
Bring
Yeah,
it
man,
up.
come on, it doesn't matter because we got slapped by Bournemouth the week later.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
Liverpool's
So,
league, man.
and
We've had our 7 years,
Don't
man.
forget Madrid.
Yeah, we've had our 7 years, man. We're nice, man.
That's the only win you can have this season.
Yeah.
No, all I know is football's in it. Football's a cycles thing, and at the minute, like I said, it's mad thing. I've gone back to Arsenal.
100%
Man, it's cycles, isn't it?
Do you think they'll secure the title?
Who?
Arsenal.
I said at the start of the season, Europe's going to mess them up in it, and I stood by that, but it clearly hasn't. I think the City game's going to be massive, and it depends if they lose to City and how they lose to City. Depends on if that affects them after, if that makes sense.
So you see,
But I think 8-point gap
yeah, I think so. Yeah.
on the same amount of games as well.
Yeah.
I watch more Sunday League than I do the Premier this season. Like, it's just my head ain't been on the
Because of
Premier.
Liverpool.
Someone
Not
made
even
a...
that, just in the fact just being busy. But from what I know for Arsenal, it's hard. I think the game when they've come back and won the last minute game, the last minute goal against Bournemouth, massive. That was.
Someone made a good point about the league this season, saying, well, I don't know if there's a good point in my opinion. It's like good to explore it, right? But I don't know. I wouldn't say it's gospel. But they're saying basically, I don't know if Arsenal are that good.
I know the point you're going to
Or
make.
the league's in
The
transition.
know what it
league's
is?
been rubbish.
It's when Leicester won the league.
Yeah,
That's what you said.
They're caught at the
Arsenal
right
are getting the
moment.
title by default
Yeah.
because everyone else hasn't been good enough.
Yeah.
Like you think about.
But I think
that's
that's
what I
I think
think.
that's harsh because
Now, the
we've
big board, you get
we've
me.
been
but-
used to such high levels that's been set by City and Liverpool last few
Yeah,
years.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
because we're like hitting like 100 points a season,
Yeah.
2 teams and
Yeah.
that competing,
But-
to then get another team to do that again, it's like
But I was gonna. That was never going to be sustainable. Liverpool and Man City, we were definitely punching well above our weight for years. If Man City weren't there, that's what 3-4 titles on the spin. But because Man City was so good and had a better
Relentless, innit?
squad than us over the. But
how much points are Arsenal on now? Like 68 or something like that.
yeah, nowhere near.
It's not-
And there's
Well,
like another 10 games left, so that's another potential 30 points. So that's still
Yeah, it's still
on
good.
par with what was previous years.
Yeah.
So if they go and get 90,
I think-
98 points,
I think if
Can't really
Arsenal don't
say-
win it this year, they won't win it for another.
nah.
Because I think what Chelsea's done is a mazza. I think once that clicks, because they've got too many good players there for it not to click eventually, and that'll be another 3-4 years where Chelsea do a mazza. Chelsea always do that where they have 2 years where they're completely shit, and then they come back and slap it for
I don't think
2-3
there's no
years.
coming back from this one, you know.
I think they've just got. I
I
think
think
they've
they've been
bought.
able to come back in previous
Chelsea.
years because there's been no competition.
Yeah, but I think they've bought the
I think
best
there's too
pool
many
of young
good
players
teams now.
out there at the minute. If you're looking at the best pool, other than the ones going to Real Madrid, the next great pool of young players have all pretty much gone
Yeah,
Chelsea.
shopping in that next window, innit?
Yeah.
But
That next league, like.
I can't see them gelling quick enough as a team before they just go, nah, it's not working. Let's buy another
Yeah.
10 players.
And I think as much as I hate to say it, you use like that with Ten Hag. I said that 7-0 allowed that because that was just that was
Yeah,
bound to
that was-
happen with
that's-
anyone.
that's a
innit?
blip.
But I think what my man's building in general, I think that like, come on, people used to take the piss out of Fred. We all know Fred was a good player, but Fred's sick now. Casemiro's one of the biggest ones. Just he needs
Yeah.
to stop being sent off on it.
Thing is, man, I've heard that he's never been sent off for Real Madrid, and I'm pretty sure he has. He's probably not in the league, but
Pepe probably took it for him still.
yeah, I'm pretty sure he has.
Mad man.
But that's the thing, though, playing abroad, so the tackles here are different, innit? So,
Yeah.
So if
Can I
anything,
get
you should
away
get
with
sent off more over there.
Nah, but
yeah,
I think
but
he's
Real
more
Madrid are buying
scrutinised
the
than
league as well,
it.
innit? So, you know what I mean?
No comment.
He's scrutinised here in the Premier League. You're under the
Yeah.
magnifying glass up all the time.
Yeah.
that goes into another question. Is football becoming a non-contact sport?
Yeah.
Well, the referees are getting more protection now than the certain players, and it must be.
Not when Mitrovic's about.
Yeah, definitely is.
Yeah, of course.
100%.
Aren't they introducing
Well, I think-
something about heading as well? Like
Yeah.
in
At
lower,
lower
ages?
levels, yeah.
There's
You
only-
can't-
Well,
Well, in
balls,
training,
innit?
you can't.
Did-
I heard
yeah,
you
you
can't
can't
head them
do-
more than
yeah,
10
so
times.
Is it excessive
It's
heading?
going, yeah, it's going, innit?
But I think
Yeah, that's good, man. I like that.
I wouldn't say more
Man-headed,
sports,
man.
but like NFL is a
The
great
high-headed.
example as well. You can't hit anymore.
Yeah. Rugby.
You know, before man used to just car crash you.
Mm-hmm.
You
But
can't do
that was half of the highlight reels.
Yeah.
You can't do it anymore.
Rugby's the same where you can't tackle above a certain thing. You
Small,
can't
yeah.
grab a certain. You have to take people down with a safety.
They tried to change something the other day, didn't they? And the players moaned and they brought it
And they
back
brought it back,
in
yeah.
rugby.
It's mad. Like, I think, but we'll get to the stage where it's boring, isn't it?
Mm.
That's what I think I said something the other day when I
But
said
man
that.
can still scrap in hockey.
And ice as well. That's a mad thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The concept of ice hockey is mad, you know.
Yeah.
Being able to skate and play hockey.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's mad. And then
cool.
stop at like
Yeah,
it's
it's
different
mad.
different game. Like skill
It's
levels
nuts.
mad.
I'm still struggling on your question, man. Technically gifted.
Technically gifted.
Yeah, man.
What you say? Just this season or in general?
Just this season.
Oh, this season.
Saka. So what consistently?
I'm gonna say Mahrez.
Yeah.
Mahrez is
Mahrez
cold,
is a
isn't it?
joke.
Bro, he's got the best touch in the Prem. I'll be honest.
Firmino's up there for that as well, you know.
Firmino, yeah. Bobby,
First
yeah.
touch, ridiculous.
Yeah, that's upsetting. Don't mention Bobby's name.
I just think,
And he's
see,
going as well.
Underrated, man.
how many times?
Badly,
Yeah, he's
badly. One of
How
the
many
best.
times have you seen Mahrez control the ball out of the sky? And it's just
it's different with it.
It's every time.
I'm going to take Chiefs on that. I'm going to go Mahrez.
Yeah,
Mahrez.
yeah, that's a good shot still. I can't argue with that.
I think Saka's got to be up there just based off.
You reckon?
I'm not
Technically,
Nah,
Technically.
we just talking about technique.
Remember, I'll be honest, like I said, I haven't watched much Prem this. I'll be honest, I've been the little YouTube clips here and there. You know, I'm a busy man.
and them YouTube clips.
Nah, I can't give
did
Thiago.
Saka
I'm going to
do?
give anyone in Liverpool who got it with Bobby.
Okay.
But tell you who I did watch when I went to Anfield the other day, who I thought was cold. Ruben Neves.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's a joke.
Cold.
He is.
My man don't know the running on the pitch. What's his name? Mateus.
Yeah,
But Ruben Neves, just
So he
like
was
just
cold,
pass
but finished as
appreciation.
well. Adam Lallana, man.
Oh, this
Ridiculous.
I said the
Silky.
best technically gifted
Silky.
2-foot
Left foot,
player
yeah, right
on
foot.
his day.
Does what he
Yeah.
wants.
Leave it alone.
yeah, you're right. Still.
Yeah, he
Lallana
will be
was
blessed
cold.
as
You know the only player I said since the closest thing to him, but he hasn't played enough and he's been injured, to Lallana. It's Curtis Jones for Liverpool.
You love that guy, man.
I remember
You know what I'm saying? Do you know
I
that's what
watched
I
him
say
under
based
21,
off.
you know, he was sick.
Yeah.
Like it's diff, but he just hasn't kicked on, bro. And I think that's the difference. Where like what's his name that went to Rangers from Liverpool, Ryan
right,
Kent,
yeah.
and it's like they get to a certain level, and you might have probably seen it more because you're around more professional ballers where they get to a level and it's like they're stunted or
Yeah, you need to go out and earn your
Yeah.
trade, innit?
But I said this about Chong.
He was never good though. I'm not.
Nah, man, 23s. He was
Chong's
a joke.
alright,
Bro.
man.
23s
Chong's
was
alright.
a joke, bro.
Nah.
Him and Gomez, Angel Gomez, bro.
Yeah,
Bro.
he- what happened to
I
him?
liked
'Cause
him. I thought he was good.
he went to Lille and he didn't have he had a mini breakdown, no, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Like,
So-
basically,
Portugal.
he wanted
Lille, he
United
was
to
at
play
Lille.
him.
Is it Leo now?
But then I'm sure he's at
Yeah, because
Is
he
it
was at
August no, I think
I think it was basically similar to the Pogba situation where Fergie was like, "Nah, I'm not playing you," and he dipped and went to Juve. Same kind of thing. He was like, "I'm ready to play first team," and he's like, "Nah, you're not ready."
you know, really.
And
And he went
was
off to Lille,
"Nah,
innit?
when did then I go?
Yeah.
It's mad though, because I think there's that much talent and that much like potential, like that. Every year, innit? Like there's just a new next best
The
thing. Innit?
consistency, though, like going back to Chong needs to get consistency in his game. You can't play one game and you're like 9 out of 10.
What's your
The
views
next
on
week-
under 23s football?
Shit. Waste of time.
I agree.
Straight to the point, mate. It's a waste of time. Like, non-contact. It's fucking...
Is it very much just play to like very like
Do it.
pretty
You
football?
just go through the motions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They go through the motions, man. It's pointless.
I feel like that's part of the reason why the development of players has gone backwards.
Yeah, it is. 100%. It's gone
Yeah.
backwards.
Like they brought it in to kind of help them, and it's done the opposite.
Even like the loan system now, like you can't get good 23s player. Like use Blues for instance. The players that Blues have got in 23 should naturally probably go League 1, League 2, innit?
Yeah.
But they're not at that level. Just because they go through the motions in training. Well, in just a training 23s games, like there's no result, doesn't matter, nobody cares.
There's no competition.
But then at the same time, like they've got to do more as well. The players. It's all right, like posting that you play for Blues. You don't play for Blues. You train. You train
You're using
for the
their
under
facilities,
23s.
basically,
Yeah, you're on a first year pro, or whatever. Even if you got that.
What's your thoughts on like young players obviously doing the whole social media thing and
Do you think? Innit? Yeah, do you
be
think?
all in the bio, Blues player.
I don't agree with that because you're not there yet. And like unless you've played, I don't know. There's different numbers on it. 50 first team games, whatever. You're not a pro yet, in my eyes. Don't know about other people, but that's the way I see it. Like, kind of like 3 or 4 games back end of the season, like because they want to put you in for next season. Then you're on the bench all season. You got to get foundation there first, innit? But at the same time, like still need to go out on loan.
Yeah.
A lot of
stripes, man.
A lot of people ain't using this loan route. Like, you speak to some of them in the under 23s, they don't want to go out on loan.
Yeah, they think
Because they don't want to go out and use, like, no disrespect, like Kidderminster's facilities. They want to go and
To be
use.
fair, we got good facilities still.
I ain't seen them, but do you get what I'm saying? Like, they don't want to go out and use, like, them facilities because they've got recovery pools, everything. Like,
stuff in it.
they're going into that. They'd rather train and do that than go out and play on a park pitch.
Yeah, but I was watching the other day, something called Premier League Wonders, where they was talking about obviously players that have played 1 or 2 games in the Prem. There was one that played for Tottenham. I think he must have set one up. He had one appearance, come on for 80 minutes, set one up and scored one. They went on the international break. He thought after the international break, oh bless, I'm gonna come back.
into the team. Yeah.
The manager got sacked during the international break, and
No,
then the new manager
long.
comes in. Like my man comes back to training, like, yeah, I got my first assist, first goal a couple of weeks ago. The manager's like, I don't know who you are, mate. Don't offered him a loan. The same thing what he's like saying, they want to take the loan because he wanted to stay in the Tottenham facilities when he could have gone to, I think it was Leyton Orient or someone like that. Where he would have had a good run. And now he's a painter decorator.
Yeah, there's loads of players like that.
Like,
But at the same time, there's also, going back to a podcast you were saying about how Blues had you over with your contract. That's still going on today, man. Let me tell you now. That's still going on.
Yeah, the swindling, man.
100%.
people just trying to eat.
Not
innit?
even like putting in, once you get to certain first team games, you want X amount. It's just the
And even touching
The
on
bonus
that, when
player.
certain clubs that have that in their contracts, when you get a certain amount of games, they just take you out the team, just don't play.
Well,
yeah,
it
they
happened
do.
with Griezmann, innit?
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Why
But
is that
imagine
miss-
for a young kid though,
Yeah.
like you break through, say you got 10 games and you get a new deal. 9 games, back with the 23s. Don't
I
touch
had the
another
same
first
thing.
team minute because they don't want to go to that contract where it's like now he's on 10 bags a week or
Yeah.
something.
Is that based off if you get to if you score 5 goals in out?
When I was at Notts County, I had the same thing in my contract. I had something in there where it was like, I think if I've made like 20 starts, it goes up under the.
So they put
Whatever.
you,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
could get to 19, and then after that they
Yeah.
just bench you for the
Yeah,
fact
they
you
take you
can't.
out. Yeah,
I got to 18 and never saw the pitch again.
because the club, sometimes the club cannot afford to do that deal.
Yeah.
So it's-
Financially, not ready.
And that's the politics of football as well. So they're taking out on the player when really like
And the
you're stopping him from working. So there must
Yeah.
be like in a normal job, you can't do that.
Oh, straight away, that's a HR
can't-
moment, man.
you
You,
can't
you're
do
breaching
that.
my
But
human rights
football
straight
is
away.
different, and you see these people that are the same ones that say, "Oh, this footballer gets paid well," but you know what? Yeah, his career's fucked now
Yeah.
because you can't get that 20th appearance and get onto $6,000 a week and you know whatever
I
it
wish
is.
it was there.
No, but you know, like
Nah,
a lot
I
of
hear
things
it.
are like
It's
that.
the
innit?
only industry where, like I said, you've got a time period for when you can earn
Gotta strike
money
while you're hot,
to
man.
when you retire.
Yeah, but that's why I agree with.
And then once you leave, unless you've got like a care package in place or a support mechanism in place, you left to your devices, innit?
Yeah.
And then if you got no money management or you got no skills to go into another job, then it's technically
Long, bro.
I suppose like an army geezer coming out the army, innit? Where you like,
yeah. PTSD,
yeah,
bro.
PTSD. I've been left to my devices. What do I do? It's mad.
Yeah. Well, that's why I agree with players getting as much as you can while you
yeah,
can.
100%. No loyalty in
Like,
football.
yeah.
None.
It's the game,
Zero.
innit?
Yeah.
Zero loyalty.
Yeah, I agree to an extent because like I feel like with young players, I feel like they chase the money too early.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah. Oh, yeah.
100%.
So
in
I feel
that aspect, yeah. But when
Yeah.
once you've made
once you've
your
got a
pro,
name for yourself, yeah, 100%.
Do you
Do
think
what
we
you
should
do.
introduce like a wage cap,
Nah,
nah.
for young players?
just don't give them silly money too soon.
Yeah, but
Like Chelsea, I know
some-
Chelsea are paying like
Yeah.
they're under 23s, like someone on 30 quid a week.
yeah. But so I'm saying,
Stupid
obviously the
money, man.
agents
even more than that.
are
Crazy.
probably chirps in demand them out their boxes to sign whatever kind of deals. You get what I'm saying? So I'm saying if there's a wage cap, then that would kind of like, yo, you need to earn your stripes before you get paid this amount of money. I don't know if like when Wayne Rooney first started, there was rumors that he's on 10 bags a week, capped till he turns 18, and then after that he gets like a clause that kicks in that he can earn.
But I suppose on the back
Yeah, I
end,
won't be
would you
surprised.
have
No
to have
wonder he went to
something?
United.
Yeah.
I mean, he's only coming, bro.
Nice, man. I said, but like you said, you'd have to. I think what they then say to is like in any other walk of life is you're stunting and you're blocking my finances because if it doesn't matter whether I'm 18, 19, if I'm better than a 30-year-old in this trade, whether I've got the experience or not, I'm better than him.
Yeah.
Paying my coin in it. It's hard. It's
He's gone back to like contracts as well.
Yeah.
So
Sorry, you got to get the balance right of will this amount of money stunt his growth rather than help him?
Yeah.
Because although you're worth this much, but if I give you this now,
yeah.
in 2 years' time,
Are
you still gonna be that player?
Yeah.
And that's
Or
what
even be
depends.
better.
Yeah. Support mechanism. You as a person, you still want to strive. When you
Was that you what you said about Tammy and Hudson Odoi? It was Jimmy, innit?
Yeah.
So obviously Hudson Odoi was getting paid,
fraud
Was
watch.
that true? He played how many games and he got
and then
England
Tammy
called up?
was doing a mad thing and was like, "Oh, like big man, you need to pay me the same kind of thing." But Yeah, Chelsea played their players a stupid amount of peas, bro. Like you've made it. You've made it once you make Chelsea Academy. On to the Sunday League roundup. Yeah, obviously we got a Trooper fan in there, Trooper boy in the building.
Funny, you know. Fine.
Goes
I feel
up
like
at
it's some
the,
weeks,
he
you
goes up at the tavern, you know.
Like, it's a good spot, man.
Trust me, I feel like I've been inducted into there still.
I think we got Trooper on next week.
Come through, man. Come through.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think we got them next week.
Da.
Have you got the Faz? You was at Highgate.
Hampton United
Hampton
against
United.
Highgate, quarterfinals of the Keeley Cup. The winners of that game then play the holders of the Keeley Cup VIP in the semis. Hampton against Highgate. Decent still. Highgate went 2-0 up after 15 minutes. Roger scored a wonder goal still.
Yeah.
Yeah, scored a wonder goal.
So this game's out.
So this is on Thursday,
Thursday.
7:30.
Yeah. All right, cool. So by the time this is out, this will already be out.
Well, yeah. So go back and watch it or get prepared for the video that's coming. This Thursday coming.
Yeah.
Where are you the weekend?
Hit me. It was 2-0 after 15 minutes.
Nah, this weekend, where you filming?
Oh, I still undecided, you know.
Yeah.
I'll be honest.
What games are on?
It's not many.
Oh, I was gonna say
There's not many. Like there's.
There's
You know
a-
what it is because you
there's
know
a
how I do
league
my
win in
games.
Division 1
Say again.
pending. The league win in Division 1 pending, innit?
For Trooper. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
We got to do guard honor when we go there.
I'm just the media man.
Watch man lift up in that.
Wow.
Yeah, you gotta wear the away shirt or something.
Yeah, innit?
Support.
It's it's hard. I think because there's. I've tried to do it where obviously because people have got their own channels now. People have got their own VOs and whatnot. It's trying to get to games where I haven't filmed before or I haven't filmed too many times in a row, and it's hard because. I don't know if whether that is how the fixtures have worked out where you've got two good teams playing on the same weekend where I prefer for you to stagger them selfishly so I can go boom, boom, boom. But
Gotta try and keep it neutral as well. innit?
yeah, that's the hardest thing, bro. And I think man forget, you know, like it's just me one. I think, and you know, times where people say, "Yo, can you and your lads come and film my game?" And it's like, lads, like if you ever know I'm like a multitasking Ninja Turtle, bro. Like
Man said your lads.
your lads, I'm like, what? It's a struggle to get a man to hold the camera at half time for the opposition team, you know. Like, let's get both team talks, man. But back to the Highgate and Hampton game. It was decent, man. I think it went at 2-0 half time. Clarkie's kind of gotten into them at half time in the team talk. You get me? They've come out, scored a goal. Kenzie, the young baller, you know, 17.
I don't think we ain't played Hampton. We played over Hampton.
He played Hampton Sundays. They've gone 2-1 up. Then Tariq scored.
I said,
Yeah, Tariq played for them still.
Tariq, you gone high? Nah, he didn't tell me he was going high.
So
I tried to tap him off.
He's scored, and then Highgate about 2 players sent off, head loss. Gone down to 9 men for the last 10 minutes. Hampton scored to make it 3-2, and then literally last kick of the game, Hampton could have made it 3-3. Referee's blowing the whistle.
Did they have line? What? Did they have a line as well?
Yeah, that big Andy there, man.
Yeah.
Yo, listen, I didn't even want to say too much about the Lionel's got the ruler out, but you see, Andy's a big ref, you know, bro. But yeah,
Sounds like a good game, then. To be fair,
it's
3-2,
decent
that's not
still. It's good, man. Thursday 7:30, innit?
bad. Okay. The other results: Dingle played Real Rangers. Real Rangers won 1-0.
Mali and the Jordanes and the Englishes got the win.
And then Athletic Midlands played West Mid Wanderers in the quarter-final of the Coronation Cup.
I've just seen the goals for that.
That is out now on Athletic Midlands channel, so you can go and watch that.
Aaron scores an absolute well.
But that ended 4-1, so Athletic Midlands are playing Vibes in the semi-final of that.
Mad. When's that one?
16th now, and it's been moved.
Yeah, it's been moved now
Check
because
my calendar.
originally it was going to be on the 2nd, but it would have been after Powers against Kings
I think it's
semi-final.
still after Powers.
Oh, is it?
So what's that on the
Moved
16th
both.
of April?
Oh, they moved both games.
Apparently, I don't know.
16th of April, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2
That's
o'clock.
wild.
Well,
days.
it doesn't look like there's nothing in there at the minute, so I might just
But
have
maybe you
to...
got the 2 semi-finals that day, innit? So on the same pitch, back to back, which is going to be that's dumb to
Well,
me.
some
Should
straight
spread them
thing.
out. You know what I'm saying? Man playing on Tally Ho, bro. That pitch is getting tear up.
So they're playing semi-final 1 in the morning
Yeah.
and the semi-final 2 in the afternoon.
Yeah.
Right.
The
So
league, you
who's-
got to sort it out, man. This is horrendous.
Who's the second semi-final?
With the late kickoff.
And then who's the first one? Sorry,
Power Kings.
So what cup's that in
The
Coronation?
Coronation, yeah, Premier Champ one.
Mad. So what? Oh, that's what the Troops were in the final of all of them. Then they've.
Troops got knocked out by Athletic Midlands
That was it.
for this one.
And then they're in the Vars.
They're in the Vars and the John Hassan.
Yeah,
Cup.
Dan Hassan's dad's here.
So they could do the treble, to be fair.
We'll do the trouble. How do you find the management, bro?
It's stressful.
Hardest part's managing a bag of players
Yeah,
and.
I wanted to say
managers, innit?
it's more just. It's more time consuming than I thought it would be,
Trust me.
and it's just obviously managing different personalities and keeping everyone on the same page. That's the hardest part.
Yeah.
But
Hear that?
obviously we got good players and that, but that's not always enough. So
Don't you find it awkward that grown men can't take instruction? Or
yeah,
they can't put the kit in a bag after the game?
I've known a lot of them for a long time, so I kind of half expected half of it to be like that. So
It's headache, man. Against going back, it's babysitting as well. It's long, man.
I said that's the one bit from stepping away from doing the management and that. I've got everything else involved on my Sunday, bar that. And that's the one bit I don't miss. It's the midweek phone calls. The old blood, I've come to the game, if I only played 10 minutes, I've drove from so-and-so, and it's like, bro, I'm trying to manage 17 of a man, your one grievance is really small in comparison to what's going on, but man don't get the bigger picture.
Yeah.
We got players that can't get out of the kitchen on a Sunday morning, mate. It's long.
Bro, I think the biggest thing, Chief would agree with me here, is the egos.
Yeah.
everyone thinks they're a starter. Everyone thinks they should be playing the full game, 90 minutes.
But you know what's mad about that though? And this is what I think man have to kind of now say it to them directly for the camera. Unless you're looking after yourself or putting some form of prepping or training in the week, how you think you are a baller in your head to how you are on the pitch, bro. Miles
two
off.
different things, yeah, two different
Come on,
things.
I'm around a bag of players, bro, every week in and week out, and there's enough man that should not be wearing certain shirts, bro. And I say it factually for the fact you're not fit enough. Come on, there's nothing worse than, come on, in my head, I'm a baller still, bro. Ask me to do 10 kick-ups now, bro. It's a problem.
Ask me to do 10 metre run, it's a problem. Fucking hell.
But it's hard, that's the hardest bit,
Yeah,
innit?
and I think obviously with that, Sunday League has come a long way in terms of it's not what it used to be.
Yeah,
the
facts.
quality is a lot higher now, innit? Like,
I didn't even know there was like different leagues. Not like leagues, but like Sutton, Coronation, this, that, and the other. Like, I didn't know about that.
It gets territorial as well, you know.
I didn't even know about that shit when I was
I
playing.
didn't even know till like recent years that there was like grown men Sunday League. I thought it was just for the kids and that. I didn't know.
Mad.
I didn't play I played Sunday League till under 10s and that was it.
Yeah.
I didn't touch Sunday League again till vibes.
I think that it's getting, like I said, being part of the scene and part of the
growing,
platform.
man.
Like it's
Growing.
come on, look at it when we
There's
look
a
at.
buzz, man. There's a buzz around Sunday League, I think.
Yeah,
100%.
And I've noticed, man, even down to just little silly things where I turn up with a camera. And I was saying it before, and I've said it to you, man. I don't do it for my own ego thing. To not, it's just genuine. I love being around good people, love being around football, and it's when you turn up and you see, man, I've had fresh haircuts, the kit's fresh. Like, man,
Clean
don't
the
want to
boots.
get mugged off on the pitch, and it like it's territorial, bro. Like I give the finals that we covered last year, and some of the games this year were involved, like the Al Champs, the cover them games. It's like it's bragging rights, and it man can't lose this one, bro.
Facts. Onto the championship. Vibes, we were supposed to play Pudding away.
What's going on the Puds?
But they couldn't get a team out, so 3 points to us. They didn't have to get out of bed.
Mad. So man had Pudding like in bed like this.
So
When did they call it off? Early.
the
that
day
morning,
before.
no? Was it the morning?
No,
Actually, no, it was
the
the
night
night
before.
last night. So the night
Shit
before.
house thing doing it in the morning when people are travelled.
Yeah,
Shit.
I was actually going to come and cover that game as well, you know.
That obviously we slapped them 6-0 the first game.
We say they didn't want to smoke
Minus
part two.
Yeah, Manny Smith Patrick. Yeah, they didn't want it.
One of stats though.
Because not having
Oh,
it.
he's got the free kick in as well. Yeah, I remember.
The other game
Yeah,
was
Smith.
Olympia played NSA. NSA won 4-3, so NSA is back to winning ways.
Omar gave me the rundown on that.
Off the bottom of the league, because at the minute they was looking.
Omar's giving everyone a rundown. Fucking hell. Try and get a word in.
It was in my ear a couple of days ago to see you, man.
And that was the only 2 games, to be fair. So
Yeah, it was the lack of fixtures this year. The round the grounds this week was quick, you know.
yeah, it looks like they've already given Kings the win this Sunday against Pudding. So
Have they? Yeah, no, tell her like they are, because they're looking. I spoke to Brendan today. Brendan's Riley's dad, isn't it? And you think he wants to friendly with Hazelwell.
Okay. Yeah.
Pudding knocked it on the head, didn't you?
Seems that way.
Don't know what's going on, but like
To have 2 in 2 weeks.
I hope not.
A bit
'cause
suspect,
that's
innit?
6 points. You might as well seat out. The league's almost done, bro.
You want your 6 points?
Yeah, 6 points down the drain, bro.
man, crucial, isn't it?
Taking it back to last season, didn't you? With
That was
taking
political.
points.
That was on the last couple of weeks of the Prem.
Anti-league. Oh, man.
It's Omar, man. You know what Omar's game is?
That's wild, that is. What, yeah. To be fair, the divisions have turned out nicely. I think a few teams, I reckon, this is my opinion, Trooper, Vibes, and Kings or Maypole, I'd say, should go up. And then...
Why don't I just make the top league bigger?
Same because of County Cup.
They said it's maximum 12 teams, isn't it?
Yeah, and next season it might do 10.
But I think it makes sense
fixtures.
having the best. I'm saying it from a fixtures point of view, innit? And like covering the content. Like for me, this season it's been a bit of a struggle because it's without being trying to shit on teams or nothing. Some people don't want to watch certain teams, innit?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And then if you're covering the same teams, there was a period where I think I covered Highgate 3 weeks in a row. Then I covered VIP, which seemed like 3 weeks in a row. Then even with the Troops, it's like a couple of weeks ago, Troops again. And it's because there's not a good mix unless there's cup games, but then the cup game fixtures clash with an important league fixture. So it's,
Yeah.
I think
One or the other,
it has to benefit. I think they have to make it a 12-team league. And then if you look at the teams that are in the Prem now, then you add those 4 teams from the Championship. Trooper, the ones that are this clear, Trooper, yourselves, Kings and Maypole, based on current thingy. Because even start of the season, we said NSA based off the players they had there in it. But where they are in the league now, obviously, isn't a reflection of that. So you can only base it on current form. So if you put those 4 teams into that Prem now, what does that make it? 30, is it 12, 13? That's a solid league, bro.
Yeah.
That league. It won't be a case of Highgate and VIP are bound to win the league because there's too much teams in there that'll take points off you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
100%.
Yeah.
I'm around enough, man. So I think, it only works out better because otherwise you just end up with a 2-team league, like, or 3-team league, like you've got in the other divisions around Birmingham, innit? Like, no offense to the other leagues and that.
True. Hopefully the other teams from the other leagues.
See, so I rate Ruby Atletico are decent. Like,
I seen that game against
Austin. Like they're decent, bro. Like, but their problem is, and I get it, because they're quay over there to get over to our side where we are on a Sunday. It's long, bro.
Yeah, true.
You get me? But I'd love that. That'd be a sick team to have.
Yeah.
Yo, Mitch, what you saying?
You get me? Come on,
Where they from?
Like
literally, like frankly, like do you know that you got like?
Oh yeah.
Is it Fairfax, like clean, frankly, Ruby, like it's way over?
Yeah.
What's the 45-minute drive in it to get like these sides?
Yeah.
Yeah, then he's still over there still. We ain't doing that travel.
Yeah, true.
We got away games too, man.
Yeah.
That 45-minute drive.
But again, like that, I think they're sick games, isn't it?
Yeah.
That'll be a good. Their county final should be good.
Start a Super League, man.
Yeah. Champions League for bro.
Yeah, so let's Super League
so-
maybe in a formation. Put everybody out there.
Exclusive, yeah.
Yeah.
Exclusive.
I told you if I could run that one day, I'm putting pressure on all these old leagues next, man. Like,
Yeah, hear that.
well, I remember the times.
I said
Man.
the up one started the under 21 league, so
Yeah.
that should be interesting next season.
So like I said, it gives the
But I don't know how much. For me, then now you're competing with like academy football, and it really
There's no point now.
because
From when you're 18, you're a man, you may as well just play open age, innit?
true.
It's the same as like what the argument we just had with
Yeah.
academy sides having under 21s.
because we're saying if you're young
Not real.
enough, you're good enough, innit?
Mm.
Look at some of the youths that have bossed through like that. Young, I'll give it like Kenzie.
I'm just saying this better not affect the amount of refs that we're.
Aye, the
Wait,
ref
definitely will.
situation's a joke.
Bro, it is a struggle. I don't know. It's not the league's fault. It's obviously the Birmingham FA, but like still.
Yeah, it's mad when you got a rope a man off the sideline. Say you want a ref, bro, half each. It's long.
Come on, there was a week where man was saying to me, yo, Faz, film the game same time from the centre circle. I'm saying, you man, I'm
Man trying to get you to do a Nike advert for them,
You
bro.
get me?
That's what it is.
Put the GoPro on my head and that, like. So you
You
like,
get
a
me?
mad one, bro.
Yeah, nuts.
It's getting there.
This who you got for Champions League, man?
I'm gonna go City. You know, I think I
You
finally
reckon
do it.
Beat Bayern.
I think City will do it.
Nah.
You know, I think they're in a tough half of the draw, but
I'm going to watch that. Well,
Yeah,
when
that
I'm
half
watching,
of draw's wild,
making
isn't
an
it?
event of it, going
Yeah.
to watch it.
It's
Yeah,
wild.
The rest is what Italian teams and Benfica, and the rest
Yeah.
is the best. And they'd have killed that, you know.
yeah.
I think Man City's time to do it, man.
You
Nah,
reckon?
I
I've
can't
still
see
got
it.
Bayern, to be fair. I just can't
I
see
think
them.
Napoli will be an underdog though. I think they'll.
Yeah, I think
been
they'll
the
get.
most-
I think they'll get
I think
semis.
They've been the most consistent
who
team in
they
Europe,
got?
innit?
Napoli are cold, to be fair.
Is it AC they got? Or is that potential semi?
I believe it's AC Napoli. Benfica have got Inter.
So that's the winner plays each other.
Yeah, so basically in
Yeah,
in the
I'm saying
finals
Napoli
going
out
to
them
be
four.
either an Italian team or Benfica.
Napoli are top of their league as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
Bro,
Yeah.
they're killing
By like
it.
18 points.
Caravashelia and Oshiman, bro.
How do you pronounce that youth's name? Is it a Georgian geezer?
Yeah,
Like,
Caravashelia or Caravashelia.
should I say King Clancy 2.0? Because
Oh, he's doing a madness for me on
Yeah.
Football Manager. I know
Bro.
that.
Do you know what's mad? I'm trying to, because I still haven't bought FIFA 23 in it. Like, I'm refusing to buy it. But
Fair.
if I'm trying to find this you on FIFA
Not
22,
a
it don't
FIFA guy,
exist,
you know.
innit?
No.
Not
This
FIFA guy,
Kabbalah
man.
Shidi
I haven't
geezer.
played it in a while, but
Can't
Yeah,
do
I
FIFA,
can't.
man.
I
now
played.
FIFA is rated like a 80, 81.
Yeah.
Same with Mudryk.
It must have
Mudryk's-
bad team of the weeks in that though, innit?
Yeah, obviously Ultimate Team is a madness.
So I'm
but I don't do
I'm
Ultimate
refusing to
Team.
play. That's what got me. I played that during lockdown, but for that, I didn't want to
It'll
leave
suck
my
your
yard,
life,
bro.
What you say? Where your furlough went?
You know, I was working. Remember, the thing is, my job is I was working from home before lockdown, and so the novelty wore off, bro. From working from home, I was sick of lockdown. I was, bro. But I'm just putting in Pierre.
Yeah, I reckon,
team,
I
I reckon
enjoyed
Napoli
that
would
down,
be AC. I reckon Inter might. Now, you know what? I reckon Benfica would turn Inter, you know.
But Napoli beats them as well, so Napoli in the final for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What you saying?
anything
So
can
you
happen
saying
once.
City?
Yeah, I wanna keep you local, man. Go City.
I think I can see beside with Bayern or Real for me, you know.
Yeah.
I'm saying Bayern Napoli final. I'm going Napoli though.
No, they won't play in the final.
I'll always
don't
go for
I
an
thought
English
you
team
said
if they're in
they
there.
play
Oh,
each
yeah,
other,
yeah, yeah,
regardless.
they do, sorry.
Yeah.
I'll always go English if they're in there, regardless. Either.
Who Chelsea got? Sorry.
Madrid.
Oh, gee, that's a long
Yeah,
day in
man.
the office, you know.
They are, man. To be fair, it's 3 Italian teams,
Mm.
so
Napoli gonna win.
that's a madness for the Italian league anyway. Like that ain't been seen in a while.
Nobody wants Napoli.
Nice.
Nobody.
We played them. Seems like it was like 5 seasons in a row for Liverpool in the Champions League, and bruv, they're not
You don't
easy
want
to
that
play.
smoke,
They're
man.
horrible to play.
Even the
against, man.
fans, they're moaning about England going over there tomorrow, innit?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're saying they're trying to ban it because of the ultras have
Because they moved
stuck it
it.
on them.
They've moved it. Like they normally have the games at Milan, innit? San Siro. They've moved it to Napoli Stadium for the hostility of the crowd.
Who's England plays
That's what they're
tomorrow?
saying. Italy.
Oh,
Away.
no, I don't support England, man.
That's
Ireland
England's
over, man.
England's bogey team. That is.
They got bad
Listen,
bogey teams, ain't
they
they?
got-
I went
Is
to that
Timor
Euro
still not in the
final
team?
as well, man. I was
Yeah.
pissed.
and that was all set up for us to win as well.
Yeah,
If
trust
there's
me.
any time we're
One
gonna
nil
win
up
it.
early.
Oh, it's us now.
Huh? No, it was us. That was us then, and then what come out there after was a them. I got caught up in the wave. I was like, oh yeah, I forgot.
yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah, get me. Sorry, yeah, it's them when England lose, isn't it?
Yeah,
Trust me. It's true.
That's a madness. That was.
Let's get your all-time Premier 11 manager formation.
You got asked the top 5 as well. I need to know that as well. That coming after.
What, top 5?
Top 5 players from Brum.
Yeah. But we'll do it after. Yeah.
Yeah.
Send them more.
Oh, yeah. We'll go 4-3-3.
Yeah. Manager.
Oh, it's tough, you know, the manager.
Not bad.
Stuck in between. No, I'm going to go Wenger. Arsene Wenger, man.
Fair play. Change football.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Revolutionised it, and
Yeah.
it changed the game. Obviously, Ferguson got the best out of a bad bunch, I think.
Yeah.
Wow. Bad bunch.
Some of them weren't good, man.
A couple of them. Like his last team, title winning team.
But
Yeah.
there's a lot in there that you'll
he
go
still
and pay
had-
and watch a lot of them.
Of course you would.
Who?
A lot of it was man
Well,
management.
I'm a United fan anyway, so
Nicky, but you're going to pay to watch him.
Nicky Butt is highly underrated.
He's a good player, but you're going to pay to watch
Yeah, I
him.
would.
Liar. Liar.
I'm not paying no one for nobody, to be honest. If it's not go, I'm
Nobody's
not
going
paying.
to watch Nicky Butt, mate.
Oh, is that a yellow card?
Yeah. I'm not- if it's not go, I'm
Yellow
not
card
paying.
moment.
You
that
rubbed
is
yourself into
no
that one there still.
But Nicky Butt's. Yeah, man,
Yeah,
OG,
when he
man.
was 92.
Yeah, when he was at United, he was
he was
He said he
alright.
come to Blues as well, man. He's all right. But,
Yeah.
legend in the game, man.
Yeah.
I was not saying he wouldn't make my top 50 players.
But you're not going to go and watch
Yeah,
it,
but
are you? Like,
most people
Steve
would.
Bruce, Gary Pallister, Dennis Irwin.
Yeah,
Like,
before my
O'Shea
time,
and that,
still.
innit?
I'm a 90s baby. I mean,
come on, man.
cyber.
Babbies.
I'm the baby.
To be fair, before you go any further, someone mentioned, I think it was a Champions League group, about someone putting the stats from Sky Sports about the
Dude, that's
best
cool.
striker duos in the Prem, and there were nowhere on there.
Cole and
The
York.
top
York and
5 was York and Cole. on
York
there.
and Cole are
Bro,
York
we
and
talk,
Cole.
If we're talking
was-
on for
I
the
even
eye,
looked at the numbers. I said,
then
nah.
like
Bergkamp, Henry, has to
Shearer
be
and
up there.
Sutton was
Shearer's
cold, you know.
Yeah, they was hard.
Blackburn.
Blackburn.
Days, yeah. But then if you look at it, I always says Andy Cole, Peter Beardsley at Newcastle. Them 2 seasons that was there.
Yeah.
Bro, they had Sheringham and Anderton.
Yeah.
I'm not having that over York and Cole.
Sheringham and Anderson. Anderson won a striker.
Exactly.
And
Even they had Drogba, Lampard.
Sick note.
Nah, I think
Sick not bad
that
play.
was direct assists for each other. I think
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's
that
wild days.
that was a different one.
You
Yeah,
said
if you-
goal combinations. So,
Yeah, so between the
it's
two
between
players.
the two,
oh,
yeah,
okay.
Yeah, but if you're York and
But even,
Cole's
Surely
either way,
York and
York and
Cole had
Cole
a
was
few,
still
though.
linking
Yeah.
up, scoring goals
Bro,
together.
this is what I'm saying.
come on, you had
Robert
Andy
Prison.
Cole's the most underrated striker in the Premier
Bro.
League.
Badly.
You've never got his flowers.
I remember Andy
Never.
Cole, his
Bagman,
first
bro.
season at Newcastle, yeah, that's when I first got Sky in it. And we're talking years back, bro. This knows what I'm on about. The
Andy
Sky,
Cole
the
was
old
the
Sky
man,
box
man.
where you had the
Telling you.
card, bro. You had to cut the
Yeah.
card in, bro.
Yeah,
Like old school, like.
yeah.
I didn't get Sky till after that.
They said,
but
yeah,
I was
you have to wipe the card because someone
Channel
was smudged, you have to
16.
put it in.
Was it Channel 16?
Yeah,
Top the starts.
I'm sure the machine was
Yo.
called Abstract or something like that,
You
bro.
know.
But yeah,
Yeah,
bro, I
I
remember Andy Cole, bro, Peter Beardsley, Barry Venison, Beresford,
Yeah.
them man there,
Newcastle,
Steve Howie,
Yeah. Philippe
Peacock,
Albert.
Philip
This one had the
Albert.
big star on the front of their
Yeah,
shirt.
Yeah, big brown
Them
hair star,
days.
but their kits were hard as well. You get me?
Yeah.
That's when who did they swap? Keith Gillespie was at Man United.
Yeah,
did they swap?
swapped him for Andy Cole, innit?
Yeah,
He was in the swap deal.
Yeah, in the
Gillespie
swap
and
deal.
Cole. Worst swap deal of all time.
you're mad. That Newcastle team was cold though, bro. Cold. Beardsley and
And
Cole.
they should have
in
won
front.
the
That when
league, innit?
Keegan was the
Bottled it.
manager.
Yeah.
And you done that little interview thing.
Should have won
No,
the league and bottled it.
it was the
love
season.
it.
No,
Yeah.
it was the season before that. Because I
Was
think
it?
this was the season they qualified for Champions League. Then they slapped Barcelona 4-0. Asprilla hat
And it's
trick.
Aspria, Ginola.
Do you know that?
Team was cold.
Kitzbauer.
Kids Boyer, mad.
Bad man.
Cold.
That's
But
some
yeah.
players.
Back to
Sorry.
Yeah.
Pet check and goal.
Yeah. Pre-helmet.
Yeah. Chelsea days, early Chelsea days. I got a spanner in the works here. Big spanner.
Go on then.
I'm going to go Trent, right back.
Nah, that's not a spanner. Man, I picked that.
Have they?
Man, I picked Trent.
You know
I don't
what was saying this the other day? Sorry to cut you out. He's won everything at the age of 23, bro.
Do you know what?
No, but we're talking ability. Like, he's won everything.
Go
bro.
going back to that, like, I'm not paying to go and watch Gary Neville.
But
I'm
no.
not paying to go and watch Carl Walker.
I'm not paying to watch Trent.
Trust me, you would, bro.
But
Trust me, I wouldn't.
bro was a baller.
Having watched him, bro, a couple of times, bro,
He's a
trust me,
baller,
like,
man.
bro,
I
what
told
the
you if
geez.
it's not the goal, I'm not paying. So
He
So we
win
talk about
goals,
pass
win
appreciation
games,
and
yeah,
weight
just-
of passing.
what he can do with the balls, just not what a right back
I
should
mean,
be doing.
we're not talking like right back saying,
don't get me wrong. He's a good player. He's a great player. He's done. Like you said, he's won everything at the age of 23 or whatever he is now. But
And he's been
I'm still not
instrumental in
paying
the
to watch
victories,
a
though.
right
do you
back
not
play
have to
football.
question me, Trent?
Exactly,
and
that's what I'm
shirt?
saying. So you got to fill that gap in it.
Yeah,
And I'm not filling it with a Gary Neville, a Boué.
yeah.
100%
Carl
not taking Gary
Walker.
Neville over Trent.
Gary Neville's boring as fuck.
Yeah.
That's opinion.
Boring.
He's one of my favourite pundits right now.
Yeah, pundit.
Exactly.
He's
It
a
might be
good
boring.
pundit.
is it?
Do you know,
Nah,
I think
it's
do you
Mr.
know, I think the
Consistent
thing with
Gary
Trent
Neville.
is, bro.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. I don't
That's
want
what I
that in
want
my
for a
team.
right back.
Yeah, I don't want that in my team.
Yeah.
I know.
I'm on the
But I
front
think
foot, man.
Trent-
Arsene Wenger's in charge.
Is he motivated?
You
now?
do. You do.
No, Alex Ferguson. He get me. Yeah, I'm gonna go
Chelsea.
Rio, Vincent Company,
Sick. There's
Ashley
only
Cole,
one, innit?
Has to
Goal.
change down, yeah.
easily.
Mm.
No other left back. Freeson. I've got it on my phone. I'm just gonna have to
Come
recheck
prepared,
it. Nah, I had to prepare for it.
Yeah, I had my one writing for about 2 days, you know.
No, actually, I went 4-2-3-1. 4-2-3-1.
Yeah. Two CDMs.
Yeah, Gerrard and Vieira.
Okay.
Cold.
This one next one that killed me. I put originally I had Ronaldo on the right, but I've changed it to Salah.
Fairs.
Then I've got Rooney in the 10,
Yeah.
Henry off the left. Wow. And Ronaldo up top.
Okay.
See, I weren't going to have Salah. I was going to put Rooney on the right, and I was going to go Nicholas Anelka as my
Okay.
striker.
I think that's the first time someone's mentioned him though.
Anelka,
Yeah.
underrated.
Yeah.
Disgusting.
Underrated, definitely.
Yeah.
But
Disgusting.
still can't make it though.
Don't get his flowers, man. Telling you.
Mm-hmm.
Have you seen his documentary?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cold?
Yeah.
Surprisingly put
Cold?
Joy in there. No
For
Joy.
what?
Huh?
What for?
Yeah. Sorry, Joy, I tried.
No.
That's
So I would say Mo
Tell me
Salah's
the
a
cameo
Premier
at the
League,
end.
Premier League great now then, yeah?
Who?
Mo Salah.
I believe so.
Yeah.
Do you know, I think
Why
he's
not?
done it consistently, bro, for a long... Even when he's had a shit season, bro, and he's still got
Mm.
plus 20 goals, right, on a shit one.
You're obviously going to get the haters because you got Man United against Liverpool in it, so and Arsenal are just naturally
But I think-
haters.
I was saying this, like I said,
They are,
I said
man.
this to man the other day. I said, right then, I can take my Liverpool hat off here and say that Rashford's a baller.
Yeah.
Like on his day, if he he should be, if not on par or with Mbappe.
I ain't gonna
in
lie.
my-
At one point, I thought he was done.
So did I.
I thought he was done.
I said at the start of the season,
Because
I
you
said
see
he hasn't
that you see
progressed.
that trend in players, and it like Dele Alli finished.
Bro.
What a shame for my man. You know.
I caught that one earlier, I'll be honest.
I watched the.
You just see the
Tifo
trend
thing
in-
on him.
in what's going
Bro.
on.
See, this is why you can't get excited with stats. Because he had bare stats.
Nah, but he was actually balling.
No, he wasn't. He
He
was
was,
just
man.
scoring goals.
Bro.
Nah, but no, he had to- he had
I
to-
remember,
he
I
was
remember,
like
I
a
remember
new
was-
Lampard.
Spurs
He done
played
a bit of
West
madness.
Brom at the Hawthorns, and I went to
That
the game.
Cheston Volley.
And
Yeah.
I think he scored or assisted in that game.
Yeah.
But the rest of the game, he was awful.
Non-existent.
Did do nothing the whole game.
I
And I
think
remember
that's the
watching Match of the Day
minority or the
afterwards.
majority.
I watched Match of the Day afterwards, and they were singing his praises, saying how he was.
See,
This what I'm saying.
that's
So
the one thing I can say about editing, bro, and doing what I do, bro.
Yeah.
I can make
It happens.
shit look fucking brilliant.
exactly,
you can.
and that's what was happening.
You can make things look
Bro, you
good,
can
man.
make it look amazing, bro.
Exactly.
Nah,
That's why man are getting moves off YouTube.
Yeah. You have that. You need that eye test, man, because you can't have someone tell you, "Hey, my man's good." Go and watch him for 90 minutes, man.
Yeah.
See what he's
Exactly.
doing when the camera's not on him.
True. I hear
Messi.
that. I hear that. Okay, first.
Yeah, it's true.
Nah.
Come
Well,
Messi
yeah.
when the camera's off him.
I watched him
The
live.
fall from grace was crazy.
Yeah, Delhi, that's...
But there was, as I said, 7-6. Because remember, he got Player of the Year. I didn't even know he got Player of the Year 2 seasons in a row.
Who Dele Alli?
At
Yeah.
Spurs.
Yeah. 15, 16, 16, 17.
Spurs dominant. Like,
You know when you look back to that All or Nothing
Yeah.
when Jose Mourinho
That
tells him.
conversation.
Yeah.
told you.
Imagine how he feels now going back to that. Imagine now, like
Yeah.
Dele Alli.
But you
sitting
know,
on his
watching
yard.
that, it's like, it doesn't
Probably
look like
don't
it's
care.
even registering in him, bro. Like,
Yeah.
he just looks so
Yeah.
glum. It's like,
Is
No
he an
way.
example of getting
Smart
too
whip,
much
bro.
too soon?
yeah.
It's the smart whip. I'm telling you.
Because he was probably a millionaire by 21.
You reckon?
Must have been.
And that's what I just said about Trent. About for my question with Trent is he motivated, bro? This season he doesn't look motivated, bro.
I don't think that's the problem with him. I think because, like I said, like Liverpool's his boyhood club, innit? So no matter what, he's always going to be passionate about.
Yeah, I think
playing
he'll
for
have the
Liverpool.
motivation.
I think at the minute he's going through the motions, bro. Like you'll probably have 1 or 2
I
good
wouldn't say he's
games,
going through
bro.
emotions. I just think he's just lacking confidence and he's getting scrutinised left, right, and centre.
Yeah,
I think the
100%.
one thing that we haven't
Everybody's
touched on
on
really
his-
this season
yeah.
is, bro, our injury list has been mad, bro. We haven't had a full squad the whole season.
Need a full midfield. Oh, brand new.
But you know,
revamp.
you're not used to mask our midfield, bro. Having like when Diaz come in January, bro,
Yeah.
like and he hit the ground running, that masked the fact we haven't had a midfield since Ginny left, bro.
I
Let's
said
be
this.
honest.
Yeah.
I said this when he left. I said
When
that's
did
going to be the biggest loss.
that's
I
the
remember,
legs.
I remember having an argument with someone that when Alden was better than who did he say? Can't
Ginny
remember
was
who it
cold, bro.
And I said, "No, when Alden was much better." He was
Yeah.
like, looked at me, and then about a year later, he was like, "Yeah, you were right." You
Yeah,
know,
like
Yeah,
Thiago's a better player, but he's not Ginny, bro.
Yeah.
Naby
Yeah.
Keita's the worst, man. What? the
Ah, bro, I
fuck
feel
has he
like-
done there?
Hey, I got catfish with that one, you know. Bro.
It's like YouTube clips.
Yeah, like when my
You watch
man,
the 8-minute
when they
YouTube
kept
clip,
saying we're gonna
yeah.
get him, and I'm watching his Leipzig goals, I'm like, yo, my man looks cold, you know,
Yeah,
bro. It's like
yeah,
a Tony,
yeah,
you Bower, this shit.
Because he has moments where he does something like, oh.
He's technically a good player, bro. Bro, in the treatment table too much, bro. Like the man's just constantly injured, bro.
Top 5 from Brom.
Ooh.
We're not talking about careers.
Oh,
We're talking about
okay.
players that you think are the best crop that have come from Brom.
It's a big
It's a
thing,
big
innit?
pool.
Yeah, it's a big pool, man.
Obviously,
And a lot
there's
of men are
been,
going to get in their
there's
feelings,
been
just so you know.
uproar since his click.
Okay.
What? Which part of it?
His
What do
five.
you mean? I
Yeah,
got my
his
top 5 and then bare
What,
people in my
bro?
DMs.
Saying how can you name man that even made it pro, man
So,
that
I mean,
even had a career.
People that I don't
It's tough
even
though,
know.
man. Like,
Yeah.
Remember, it's different sides of the cities because I was saying this when we had the
like,
first
I'm,
debate on
obviously
the
I'm on the
live.
Chelmsford side, so it's
Yeah.
different.
Yeah.
Like,
No,
I've never seen Romain Sawyer's play other than
Yeah.
TV.
I'm from
Yeah.
City, and it like it's like my end was literally next to the ends, like next to the city, like
Exactly.
But this is why it's good because then it kind of brings the two together and collectively, like you might name someone
That's what I
and
mean.
someone
You get a Birmingham Hall of Fame.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. And I said, if your name gets mentioned, bro.
Because
Yeah.
someone tried to say, was it Omar trying to tell me I should have put Lee Hendry in there?
Yeah.
Lee Hendry's like
For what, though?
47 or
Yeah,
something.
for what?
You know,
Yeah.
it's mad. So if you talk about that, if we talk like, maybe we have to talk culturally as well, because there's a lot of players say, I know a lot of say Arab youths, Sikh players, a lot of Pakistani ballers, Afghani players, even like a lot of Somalian ballers.
Yeah,
that growing up were ballers,
some of
bro.
them not.
Even
I ain't
like,
aware of them players because I'm not in them.
Yeah, like I
in
say,
them
like
ends, you get me?
But again, it's all opinion anyway.
Yeah,
You
so
get what I'm saying? So I would say players that you've seen or played with.
seen and played with. One of them for me, Scott Cornwell, is at Villa. Didn't make it through whatever reason. Kid's a joke. I don't know if you don't know about him, do you?
How old is he?
He's at Villa. He's a year older than me, so he's like 38 now.
Yeah, my
But
age.
the kid was a joke. Like
His name
plays
used
for
to
our
ring
troop
bells.
for over 35s, but
What was the
he's
reason,
injured.
in your opinion, that he didn't make it?
No comment.
I'll ask again off air.
Yeah, no comment. I'll tell you off air, right? I'll tell you off air. Like, the story's gone around it. I've never confirmed it with him, but it's one of them, and it like if you know, you kind of know, innit?
Yeah.
But like, yeah, so Scott will be up there for me. Obviously, I'm gonna have to say Troy, just from growing up, how I watched him, how he's manoeuvred to be a forward playing in the Premier League. Get me from someone that was a midfielder, gone on to learn his trade on the job to become a striker that people didn't like playing against. Like if he was on job, he was giving it to people.
Yeah.
I remember watching him against Liverpool the one game, and he's took what was my man's name? Skirtland, was it Sissoko?
Sissoko, yeah, took to the cleaners.
Took them both off.
So recapping your top 5 so far.
Yeah,
You've got Troy.
yeah. Well, Scott Cornwell first.
Yeah.
Troy.
Yeah.
Oh, this is in order now. So that's first and
Oh
second.
no! Just
Oh,
from the way I've
watch
listed
the
it,
chief,
innit?
Just ask him, man.
Trying to cause
Ask him,
trouble,
man.
man. Trying to cause trouble. I'm gonna go Studge, obviously.
Yeah.
Ability wise, a joke.
Which one? Leon.
Nah, Daniel, man, Daniel.
Oh. Sorry.
See, that's one that's
Try.
universal. I think everybody.
I've never seen Leon play.
Me neither.
I have when was kids then.
No, I've
but
never seen Leon play.
Nah,
But obviously, like, you can't go from like Chelsea, Liverpool,
Man City.
Man City.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm talking
That's
some of
what,
the
I
things.
put
that-
him in mind, not
that
even based on
boat
like his
he broke
career
through
and that,
was
just
something.
from what I seen him do, like
On the
growing up
streets,
and
yeah.
that.
yeah, I never
Goals,
used to see him them
technical
days.
abilities, even some of the cheek and the audacity of some of his goals was how dare you do
Yeah.
that?
But I said it
It
last
was
week.
like that from
to-
early. Just
on
disrespectful.
Hale's top 5. I said everyone mentioned this Sturge because if you watched him play, it's not just about his career. Bro, on road he was a madness. You get what I'm saying? Like,
From
man,
early-
nobody was outside. You get me? And then he made it, so he has every right to be in there. Where
Yeah.
obviously some people are mentioning, man, that you weren't outside, bro. Like someone was saying Gabby Agbonlahor, bro. I'd never seen done it outside, bro.
Now listen, I'll tell you one thing about Gabby. I'll give him his flowers. Yeah, we had a little 5-a-side against him, like me, Troy, Ellis, Lee Vaughan, Nathan Vaughan, and my pal Justin. We played against like Gabby, Mendes, Bonner, a couple more, and Gabby was good, you know.
Yeah.
Like I thought he was gonna be shit, bro. Like, I'll be honest, man. I thought he was gonna be shit.
How old was he at this time?
No, he's done. He's finished.
Oh,
like,
so this is like
he was in his. I'd say
Was he still playing on that?
Latter years, if
if he was like 19. Get me? Like he was
coming towards the end.
Cool, like a pre-season, but I think he was done, you know. I think he was done, yeah.
But there was a point where he was.
But his feet were sharp, bro. I'll be
Yeah.
honest. Like left, right foot. I will give him his flowers, man. Like he was good, man.
There was a
Like,
point where he was up there, man.
especially like you know when you don't play pro, yeah, and you say to someone, "Oh, my man shit." When you see him in the flesh and they're in front of you,
you have to
he was
respect
good,
it.
man.
Yeah.
And remember,
Mendes
he's still
was
Villa's all-time
fucking
leading
sharp,
scorer,
bro.
isn't he?
Mendes twisted me inside out, man. Like, I ain't gonna lie, man. Mendes twisted me up. But he's still not making my top 5. Now I'm gonna go next one. Off key, Jamie Ward. Jamie Ward.
Which Jamie Ward?
Jamie Ward, Irish, into Northern Ireland. Yeah,
little Jamie Ward. He's from Brum.
Yeah, he's from Mayans.
So I didn't know
It's a
that.
big man, Chief.
I've heard him at Moors, isn't it?
Jamie Ward's from
Yeah,
Mayans, bro.
he's cold though. Can't lie.
Jamie Ward's
Yeah.
good, man. Like,
Snap the saw, Handsworth,
Growing up,
Newtown,
like-
Aston, Like,
Nah, I
it's a
thought he
big-
was like
Nah.
more like
Birmingham,
Litchfield, like
you know.
out the sticks kind of.
nah. He's like, he grew up in like Kingshurst, innit? Like where I'm from. So Jamie was a good player, man. Back in school, he went Smiths Ward. We played against at school. He was cold, man. Jamie was good. Obviously, he was at Villa back in the day. Come through at Villa, done. Where'd he go then? Torquay, like Derby, Forest. Like he's done the rounds, man. Jamie's a good player, man. So I'm gonna put Jamie in my top 5.
You got one more.
Oh, I did think of it just, but I forgot it.
No, Mendes.
Nah, man, Mendes can't make it, man. Mendes can't make it. He's good. Who am I gonna go? You know what? Luke Moore,
To be
Luke
fair,
Moore.
he was a name
Third
that I
generation.
always used to hear about.
Say
He was like a
Luke-
couple years older than me,
Yeah.
but I never actually played against him or anything.
Yeah, Luke
Luke was
Moore.
decent, man.
But yeah, everyone always said he's way better than his brother.
Mm.
But obviously I
massive.
never really.
Come on, I grew up with other brothers, innit?
Mm,
He's got
Stephan's
three, he's
the
got,
older one,
he's got
innit?
3 brothers from Borsalif, Damien, Justin and Ashley, innit?
mm,
Like, they're the other more brothers, and they were all cold as well.
Finisher, man.
Yeah.
Been
I
at some
forgot about
decent
him.
teams. Yeah.
Yeah, what happened to him? Where did he go?
Bro, couldn't even tell you, After Villa, where did he go then? Was it Swansea at
Swansea.
one point?
He was
I
at
remember him being
Swansea,
at
and
Swansea.
then he
went
Don't remember
to-
after that.
He kind of flopped at Swansea,
He
innit?
went to America for a piece, I think. Either America or
Further.
Canada, I'm sure he did.
Yeah, I
One of
think
the
he went like was it Toronto?
Toronto, I think, yeah. And then, I know they've just got businesses now.
Tell you, you could get a little honorary mention as well. Carl Akimi, man. Goalkeeper.
I don't know.
Wolves goalkeeper.
The name rings a bell actually.
Played for Nigeria, man.
Yeah.
He had to retire and he had leukemia. Like he could play outfield as well. At Chelmstown, he was a joke. Yeah, he used to play 5 sides, but he wouldn't play in goal.
Rush keeper.
He wouldn't play in goal. Like he just said, I'm not going in goal. 'Cause he basically like cheating in it. Like
Yeah, no one's ever
he's
scored.
massive.
bagging.
Like he's
Yeah.
like
You
6.
gotta have a pro keeper in 5
Yeah,
goals. That's
he's like 6'6", man. Like he used to play out. Good player, man. Good play out
That's
as
a
well.
war,
Yeah.
that is,
That's what I'm saying.
Good
So I just
player.
learned something new today. I didn't even.
Yeah, it's mad to see Weeks was the best player from Irons growing up. The one that made it was Pablo Mills, isn't it?
big Paps.
Oh yeah,
Abs.
Pablo. Yeah.
Pabs that like.
There's even people like Gav Rogers in it. Luke Rogers.
Luke Rogers, yeah.
Luke
I
Rogers is a
played with
good
him at
player.
Port Vale as well.
Yeah. Luke Rogers is good.
There's a not like there's a bag of ballers from the end. And I
Yeah,
tell
man,
you who I
sure.
think who will if he's consistent and he stays there should be Rico Henry. If he's on the trajectory he's on now.
Rico's a good player, man.
Yeah.
Rico's
Yeah, but I
very
think
good.
he's
There was
grounded
an
as
article
well.
about why he hasn't been called up to the England squad, isn't it?
It's obviously his height. That's the only reason. It's not about his ability. Technically, he's good.
What
It's quick.
kind of reason is that though? His height.
Do you know
Well,
that?
Ashley Cole was
It's changing,
Well,
isn't it?
what-
But like,
He's not
It's
2
that-
foot tall. What do you mean?
He is, bro.
What's the height difference?
if Rico is 2 foot tall, bro.
No, he's
He's really
slender
small,
as
man.
well, and that's
Yeah.
the thing. Like he's
But I know he's short, but it's not like he's
But
that
for me-
short that you like, rah, who's this little kid playing?
But for me, like I think if he, like you said, if you're good, like if you're good enough, then you
Exactly.
play.
In today's game, it doesn't matter anyway, because as soon as you
exactly.
get an arm across you, you win a
that's
free
it.
kick, go down.
It's a non-contact sport, like I said.
Sure,
Do you know who I forgot as well from my top? Well, not even top 5, but Greg
Honourable
Gardner, man.
mentions.
Greg Gardner was good.
Yeah.
Like, remember them Little League, Metro League, them days. Me and Guards was in the same team. Well, it used to be called Cabbage, innit? But trust me, we called it Cabbage, Cabo. I didn't remember. He was good, but like he'd strike the ball from distance all the time, same as what he used like his career, innit?
Yeah.
But then, like me thinking about it, I never knew he was Craig Gardner, innit? Because I always used to know him as Cabbage.
Yeah.
So then when he come pro and that, I was like, and I remember he clicked one day. I was like, fucking hell, my man used to play with us.
Yeah.
Yeah. But he was good back in the day. These were like, I don't know, 13, 14 years old. Good player, man.
Yeah, there's a bag of ballers, you know. That top 5, I don't know how you man are going to try swim it
Difficult.
down to the final.
Because you know what?
5.
I'll come out of here and I'll think, fucking hell, I forgot about my man.
Yeah.
Man, are gonna be on your phone when this comes out, bro.
How you forgot about me, bro?
100%.
That's what I said. The one I forgot from my top 5 was Aliko,
Yeah, I was gonna say
but
that.
also Stars as well.
Yes. Someone mentions. Oh, he ain't out yet, but yeah, it'll be out tomorrow. Kid Plug mentioned it.
Yeah. Because Stars was cold
Yeah.
from early.
Said his favorite player.
Yeah, there's a bagger, man, bro. I don't know how.
Sorry, what I was gonna say was, obviously, a lot of men are going off nostalgia as well, innit? Like that's a big part of it. Like,
Yeah,
yo, my
100%.
man was sick back in the day, but obviously now it's gonna be harder to beat that, innit? Because I feel like football's developed so much. Like for instance, back then, man were doing their little checks, shoulders, back foot receiving, open up. You know what I'm saying? Pirouettes, all of that. Standard, where now it's standard for kids. So to impress now, bro, you gotta be doing a mazza.
Yeah, for real.
You gotta be doing an absolute mazza. Like I remember watching Jude at 18s, and I just knew straight away, like, but it's not just his ability, bro. I remember I went to Sheffield to watch Liverpool versus Blues Cup final, and I remember him saying to the player, he scored 4 that game, and he weren't even just the goals, bro. I remember him saying to the player, like, yo, you're rubbish, you can only do backwards and sideways, bro. The player did not play forward once after he told him. Like, he just living rent free in his head. And like, just I was like, his
mentality,
he's
innit?
bro.
I heard when he first went into first team, like he's telling first team players what to do.
Yeah.
Like when you got someone with that mentality, you can't curb that.
Nah.
You gotta let that grow.
Yeah.
Obviously in the right way.
Yeah.
You can't be talking to pros in a certain way. You get me? Like especially when you come from there, no matter what projected to do. But
Yeah.
Them traits, like I said, that's something that you just.
Bro.
yeah,
So obviously
mentality's mad.
we also talked about the direction where football's going. What would it be like in the next 6 years? You know what I mean? Like, the KDB pass, that whip in front back post to go. Like soon, kids will be doing that standard. You get what I'm saying? Like football will be
Evolution, bro.
Technically,
bro,
it's changed.
You're playing football in the sky.
You gotta be
so-
technically sound, bro.
It's like people moan at Grealish, innit? Like it goes down too easy, but that's part of the game now.
Yeah.
You get high up the pitch, you win the foul, you get your team up the pitch.
Yeah.
Like having that asset in your team, you can take like.
Because he gets fouled. He's got like the most fouled player in the league, and
Been like that for a while.
yeah.
But yeah, man, like Grealish is cold as well. But I
Rashford,
can't put him in my top
Take a
5.
page out of Danny's book.
Can't put him in my top 5. Too young. Like, and I've never played with him. Like, obviously you see him on TV. If you're going off that, you go him, Gareth Barry,
Yeah, of course.
like Studge.
Yeah.
Like Cahill and them man there as well.
I don't think Cahill's from Brum, you know.
Is he not?
Don't think so.
Because that's
I know he's from Villa,
underrated.
but I don't know if
Yeah,
where he's
I
from
don't think he's
originally.
from. I don't think he's from Brum, you know.
Fairs.
Yeah, man. Open to
But Scott Dan,
open.
he was he at
Scott,
Walsall?
sir.
Was he at, I know, but was he at Walsall when Troy was coming through?
Yeah, Scott Dan Fox, Anthony Gerrard, Michael Ricketts,
Ricketts, you know.
Rico's got to be in my top 5. I've got to put it back, man. Rico,
So I'm saying you've been
Rico's got
remixing
to
this
be-
all night long, you know this.
Rico's got to be in my top 5. Got to take cards out, fuck God. Yeah, now Rico's got to do him a disservice, man.
Well, these man, you forget about them, innit? Like,
Tommy Mooney as well. Tommy Mooney's a player, but
Banger players,
he weren't
bro.
Brum, but like that's a school Troy come through at, innit, at Walsall. But yeah, man,
cool.
good school from
The bag
Delano.
of players, bro. Trust me.
Well, we appreciate you coming on.
Yeah, man.
Trust me.
Anytime, bro.
It's been a interesting convo. I can't wait for all the pop-ups.
I'm gonna get some hate, man.
Can't wait for all the pop-ups,
Man,
man.
I'm gonna bet your neck, you know. I swear
innit,
down.
for real.
Trust me.
Big up the sponsors, Dane's Catering. Of course, if you need that food, or I think he's got a shop now actually. I need to get the address so I can
Yeah,
provide.
he's had one on the manor for a minute, but I don't know if it's open still. But
Yeah, I
It's
think he's got a
back
shop now.
open.
But if you need any Caribbean catering needs, shout out Dane's Catering. EPI, of course. SLS every Thursday, 7:30.
yep.
If you are interested in sponsoring the pod, just hit us a message in the DMs and we can sort it out, man. So
Get on the Deanie Talks podcast as well. Get me?
Yo, I'm ready, man.
Trust
You
me.
get me? I'm ready. I'm ready to go on these other football podcasts now.
You say he's seasoned now.
Yeah, I'm seasoned now. You get me?
Season vet.
I can maneuver in these talks. You get me? But yeah,
Sick.
again, thank you for coming on.
Nice one, bro.
Episode 3, season 2. We out, man. No Tekkers Podcast. Peace.
Bless up.
Bond the steps.
Cool.